Wah and wah. All right, welcome back everyone to Bearded Ramblings, episode 190, the show with the face. Four of them. Me, Crandar, Magicus, and bear friend himself, Teddy Rubskin.
Hey there.
Hey, welcome back.
Yeah.
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 All right. Oh, that's what we missed, Teddy. We missed those gargles that can only be done by you.
It's good. It's all good.
I do more of a wheezing
Flab.
myself.
That's what it's all about.
All right.
It's all about the phlegm.
Let's do the shill super quick. Everyone knows what it's about. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the links down below. We have a stream goal. And if you are so inclined, be sure to, I don't know, drink water. Like lots of water. It's no matter what, it's always good to stay hydrated. That's what I'm doing. All right. How is everyone this fine March day?
It is now, isn't it?
Is, replied Aunt Helga.
Don't know why it has to be so damn cold today. You're supposed to be melting the snow, nature. Where's my global warming when I need it?
Wait until summertime. Many people you know will be dead.
Aw. Well, it depends. It depends who they are, actually, because I know Donald Trump. I wouldn't be that sad about that.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine how brightly he'd burn. Like he'd be like a beacon of Gondor. You know, like he'd just see it for miles.
It would burn blue. It would be a
The briefest one,
flame.
though. Yeah, it would be a big blue flame that would last about 1.5 seconds because it would burn itself out really fast.
Then
He'd go up like a firecracker.
What do you think will come out? An evil dark soul, or like a little tiny escaping robot spaceship, like in Team America?
Oh no, I think it's like one of those video game things where you kill an enemy and like a little black spirit wisps up out of the corpse. Yeah.
Donald Trump will be back in part 2.
No, never. How dare you? Wait, that's what's happening right now.
Oh yeah, shit.
This is Donald Trump too. The wrath of Don, right?
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Donald Trump 2.
Don!
Oh. Yeah, and it's and the sequel is not as good as the first movie, right?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
it's already worse.
The first one didn't merit a sequel to begin with.
And the second one's already falling apart.
We're not even out of the credits yet, and we're already bored and disappointed.
Sequel, right? We're in the age of the sequel that is like, why?
Yeah.
Why do we need a sequel to this?
The sequel and the remake and the what? I have to disagree with you though, Lev. We are not sitting here bored at the sequel. We are already angry at the sequel because you have to admit the second term of Mr. Drumpf has been anything but boring.
There's a truth. There is indeed a truth.
I would have preferred boring, honestly.
Yeah, Biden was boring.
Did you guys see the anonymous video about this? Like talking about like we warned you the first time and everything we warned you about's happening now.
No,
it doesn't matter. Like literally everything could be true and it doesn't fucking matter. That's the depressing part. Like facts. We live in a post-fact society, right?
We've lived that. We lived there for a decade, at least.
Like literally, like what a Republican, House of Representatives member that just got elected in my state had like promised, like, look, I promise I will not do anything that is going to threaten Medicare. And like the first fucking thing that he votes on is like legislation that could like cut Medicare.
And then
sounds right.
In 4 years' time, he will be re-elected.
Deserve, right? Like
he will be re-elected by old people who have their Medicare cut, saying, "Bring us back our Medicare." DEI took Medicare away from us.
Yeah, after he's destroyed the law that prevents the third term. Yeah.
it's literally all the fucking people who are like, keep the government out of my Medicare are the ones that get to fucking vote these imbeciles into office, and they never get punished for it.
In
So like,
nearly every single thing that they've laid their hands on, there's a weird story to say. Did you see that they're having a fast track instead of a green card, it's a gold card. If you pay them 5 million, you can
Yes.
become an instant citizen.
Yes. Now, who is going to be on
Ru-
that track? But
Russian
Russian
oligarchs. Yeah.
oligarchs. Yeah,
Well,
Russian oligarchs.
that's
For
who
this
he
track.
wants. You know,
That's who he wants. We
I was
are
thinking
no
about it.
longer viewing Russia as an enemy. We are
No.
now
Right?
almost fully aligned with Russia,
Yep.
and all of Europe is responding. After J.D. Vance went and addressed the European Union, they had an emergency meeting to talk about what to do about America. Now, after the Zelensky meeting, they've had another meeting to
He was
talk
in
about
London with
what
Starmer,
we're going to
and
do about
they
America.
promised him 2.5 billion. At this point, we're probably just going to seize places like Ramstein and tell the Americans, piss off, all your toys are now ours. And then America will be like, that was mean. Russia, go and attack them. And then, uh, did you see? Europe is thinking of giving a lot more of its members nukes. Like they're going to just
sure,
start handing out nukes to places like Poland and shit like that as a deterrent against
fuck
Russia.
it, why not?
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm supposed to be surprised if Ireland has a big old missile just pointing at Moscow. You know?
I was actually I was thinking about this gold card thing recently, and I was like, who is this actually even for? Because it's like, okay, this just gets you American citizenship straight out without whatever process. But why would they care? Like, if somebody has $5 million to blow on something like that, they're going to be able to get citizenship normally anyway without any problems. Like,
they still have
they're
to
obviously
wait.
somebody rich. Yeah, like it's just a matter of the timing, and is that really something that matters that much? Like,
I
who's this
see this.
benefiting?
This is just Donald Trump stupid. He doesn't like the color green, and he's like, green card, no green card, gold, gold. I like gold,
I
right?
love
Platinum
gold.
card, uranium card.
Because if you're trying to figure it out like in some kind of rational way, nope. With Donald Trump, it's always something personal,
It will help a
stupid,
few of his
and petty.
billionaire friends and like Kuwaiti oil sheiks and
Well, he
people
doesn't
like
even
that.
care about that though. He's in competition with these other people that are his buddies. So if he can screw them over too, that's fine. Because what he really cares about is himself. He's out for himself.
Well, aren't we all? At the end of the day, no, good, because I don't think society would last. A little bit of selfishness is
Well, the
always
Republicans
welcome.
are.
And then, you've got the president of the United States talking about how he has to cut the parks and wildlife funds so they can start cutting down forests to fuck over Canada. So goodbye,
Sure,
goodbye
fuck it, why
Yellowstone.
not?
Yeah, goodbye Yellowstone. Goodbye all those.
Trump has done so much to ruin our relationship.
But now you're friends with Iran. Isn't that neat?
I don't know
They're
if neat
booing
is the
us at
word I would
hockey
use.
games.
Good.
This whole thing about the 31st state or the 51st state is insulting, right?
I won't go anywhere. He's basically it's the plan that Bannon had from years ago that he talked about. You just dogpile all these things on top of everyone and let it slip through. Red Eye in the chat was talking about this. It's just if you overwhelm them with all this gibberish, all this nonsense, what you really want will slip through the radar. And
Yeah, I've
furthermore,
Well,
been
yeah,
wondering about that. What is it that they're really doing that they're trying to hide? Is it the Emperor Trump thing? Is it the removing term limits thing, or what
yeah,
is it?
more
What's the real
Project
Yeah,
thing here?
all of
2025
that
as well.
all of that is in
Uh,
service of an executive unitarian concept where they are consolidating power for the executive branch and limiting power for the other branches and all the checks and balances.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they were doing the project stuff out in the open as the distraction, though.
They still can't because there is still like this weird divide most Americans have where especially the conservatives where they can spout the worst bigotry you've heard. But then once it goes into practice, they realize it might affect them personally. And then they'll be like, well, I don't know if we should gas all the Mexicans. Like maybe ease off on it. So instead, they're like, we'll implement the new aqua poisoner for all the new immigrants coming up from Mexico. Mandatory to drink once a day. Hell, they were forcing women to have like fucking surgery so they couldn't have kids in ice places. And that was under Biden too. So you can imagine the fun that will happen with Trump without any oversights. And the thing is, it's always going to go and fuck them over because always fascism, always shit like this hurts them too, and they're seeing it by their approval rating plummeting. But if he gets to change the constitution, then who fucking cares? You're gonna have to drag him out and put his head on a pike, good old fashioned French Revolution style. And how many Americans today have the fucking cojones to do that? Really?
See, none of them do, but two, I don't even think it's like they're not going to bother to change the Constitution like that. There's no need for it. They can just ignore
They'll just burn it.
They can just, what is the fucking
Yeah.
Supreme Court going to do? One, they're just going to rubber stamp anything Trump wants to do, and two, even if they don't, like, who's going to stop him? Like, he's literally in the position where he can do anything he fucking wants to do. And there is not a fucking person alive that can stop him on this planet.
Hey, we're talking about some.
Except for Luigi.
Oh God. We need
Free Luigi. Free Luigi.
We need to bust that hero out. Even if he has some fucking weird views on Japanese culture.
That drives our new attitude, though. The attitude lots of people have about Luigi is the new attitude, and it's the corporate America, corporate media, the Republican shills normally on that side are like, no, Luigi needs to be punished. We're the party of law and order, and he needs to be punished for that because more and more, yes, Republicans are millionaires.
Yeah.
When I listen to Patriot Radio, most of the advertising is for business owners, people who have quite a bit of money. They're homeowners. They have money. The Republican people are guys who maybe have $1 million in the bank.
It's the people who live in those gated communities who like can toss a couple of 100,000 in towards their local elections and shit like that. There was like a really interesting think piece on this a while back, and it was just these guys following around this guy who ran like a gardening franchise in his state. I think it was Ohio, no shock. And he spent about a fifth of his yearly income every year to ensure that his dues to the Republicans were kept up. And his viewpoints were just this sort of grumpy, isolated man who's completely lost touch of reality, and yet he doesn't understand why his kids don't like him. And that's more and more. Eventually, I swear to Christ, they will put forward an idea on the Senate floor of trying to make it illegal for kids to like cut ties with their parents, because they'll be and that'll get so much backing because they won't.
Got to maintain the integrity of the family.
Yeah, don't you understand? If I force you to drop to force you to stop being gay, then you'll be happy. Why are you crying? Why are you swallowing all those pills? Jesus.
And we can be a family again.
Yeah, then it can be like 1997 before your wife left me. My wife left me. Your wife left me. I don't know how crazy that fucking family is. All right, we're talking about a dystopian.
I mean, we're looking at a world where these Republican plans are going. None of them are going to work.
No,
that's the problem.
They never will.
And if they were effective,
they
would have worked.
Maybe the pennies.
We're going back
Maybe
to
dropping
America.
the penny.
What? Oh, getting rid of pennies? I mean,
yeah,
we outlawed pennies years ago.
I don't have a problem with dropping pennies. No. I don't have a problem with that.
1979 American penny right here.
Nobody deals with change anymore anyway.
Yeah.
We really
Very
don't.
rarely.
Nickels and dimes, or
Even
like,
vending
yeah, that's
machines, you use your card.
yeah.
If I have some change in my wallet that I want to get rid of, I might use it to buy a coffee. You
Mm.
know,
And pretty
something
soon,
cheap.
I noticed that first in Norway years ago. There were places that just wouldn't accept currency under any stripes.
I have maybe about $1.50 in my wallet. That's
I've
it.
got a literal coin purse. I'm like, I need like someone's thief character to roll for initiative to see if they can swipe it as I'm walking through a crowd, as it's dangling off
That
my
is not
hip.
initiative. That is for combat,
Are
sir.
you
Oh, I'm
Scottish or
sorry.
Irish?
Let me bludgeon my face open with a mallet.
Are you
There you
Scottish
go.
or Irish?
Oh,
All right.
Are you
This
Scottish?
is what I do with my
he's
change, all right?
he's American.
I'm whatever
Oh.
I can. Whatever will get me laid. Okay.
I have a
So-
little treasure box. I just put all the pennies that I acquire in, so that way
Oh, nice.
my plushie Dragonite can have a fucking treasure hoard.
Oh,
Because any
nice.
Awesome.
proper dragon.
Remember to
has
wash your
treasure
hands
hoards.
afterwards.
Do you
That
ever,
shit will get you sick.
Hey, say if you were Scottish, I thought that the coin purse was attached to you by an umbilical.
Oh, I see. Hey, Magicus, do you ever leave the
Right.
chest open and the Dragonite sitting on all the coins?
Oh yeah, it's great. I love it. It just sits on my dresser the whole time. So.
Aight, let's get in with something fun first because nostalgia is all the rage then and now. We'll see what I did there.
He disappeared into the vortex.
Oh wow,
Yep.
he became one with
Almost.
the energy.
I'm a wizard. I can
Nah.
go back and forth as much as I want to.
So
This is
the,
true.
Here,
nostalgia.
yeah, here we are. Terminator 2D, No Fate announcement trailer.
2D.
Music's caught.
Dun 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 dun.
But we all know that too, and it's fucking dope. Yeah, they're trying to recreate
Yeah.
the arcade machine. I fucking loved that as a kid.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah.
Did you ever play? There was a first-person shooter a few years ago for Terminator. It was like Terminator Resistance or something like that.
Yeah, I remember hearing that.
It was quite good. It was actually like a prequel to everything.
Depends which timeline, considering how many times they fuck up. Look at that sprite work. That's some
True.
good shit.
But I mean, like it happened while the robots were still in the process of trying to wipe out humanity, and you were still fighting back against them.
I do like hearing more about like the war itself, less so about the time travel shit. But
Yeah.
Especially because humanity always seems to win at the end of it. So I like the idea of a slow, like initial shock after the robots show up, and then slowly they push Skynet back, and then in its last desperate
That's
act, it
basically what
sends
this game is. Yeah.
Yeah, it sends a Terminator in, and the whole thing starts. Continue.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. Yeah.
One thing that was fun that they threw in there was they threw in a little, almost like an Easter egg or a nod towards the second movie, where because you know how the second movie is about they took the T-800 Arnold Schwarzenegger and made a friendly version, right?
Yeah.
So in the game, your character helps with the finding the technology necessary to like salvaging some Terminator bits to be able to reprogram one of them to make the friendly one. So you're like, hey, I got to help with that.
I love how you can see it has to be AI generated video because just in case.
President Donald Trump with his
we
mouth
couldn't tell
all
by
over
the two left feet.
Right? And let's be real. Although saying this, Elon's face up here is what he would do. He would do like a power play sort of thing where he's like, whatever.
Just like mildly
Elon
smug, but I
Musk's
don't actually
toes.
care that
This
much.
post shared by
Yeah.
independent journalist Marissa Kabas shows the bizarre clip reportedly displayed on internal television monitors at the headquarters of the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The video was seemingly created with the help of AI, with eagle-eyed social media users noticing Musk's likeness had two left feet in the clip.
You don't know.
Eagle eye, aka anyone who stares at it more than 3 seconds.
It appears to poke fun at the perceived power
Look at that. That's a terrible
appears
AI
to.
picture. Wait, what? That's
That's
real? What?
That's a good angle on the nunt, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, what a
So he's it appears to be mocking. It might not be.
no, just maybe someone just wants to come out of the closet before they're all sent off to their contraption, you know?
Dynamic between the
It's more.
president
It
and the
could be
billionaire tech
complimenting.
CEO. It also referenced a previous Truth Social post from the president in which he claimed congestion pricing in New York City was, quote, dead, and wrote, "Long live the king." Written over the fake video of Trump kissing Elon's feet were the words, "Long live the real king." The prank comes amid government layoffs,
Elon.
including at HUD. According to NBC reporting, one HUD employee who spoke on condition of anonymity said staff have viewed this as a sign of resistance that has brought a lot of joy, while another said everyone's talking and laughing about it. The prank has led to some back and forth on both sides, while an ex-account associated with Democrats on the House Financial Service Committee reacted to the video, writing, "Not all heroes wear capes."
Yeah.
HUD Secretary Scott
That's
Turner's
Luigi.
representatives disagreed, writing, "There is nothing heroic about abusing
Now, what are
taxpayer
the
resources."
possibilities that this video was distributed or put up by one of fucking Zoomer idiots?
Oh, like
Right.
what was it? The one who's like got a really important job now. He's like called Big Balls or something.
Yeah. One of the guys going
And
through.
he's 13.
He's like 90. He's literally just out of high school, and he worked with Elon's one of Elon's like social guys, and Elon's like, "Here,
And
you can
why?
have this job." Boom.
Why is Elon bringing in these kids? Why?
That
Because
explains
he doesn't have any
the
adult
quality of the
friends.
Cybertrucks, though,
He doesn't
doesn't
have
it?
Well,
any
hold
adult
on.
friends.
He doesn't have friends. He doesn't have adults who think he's worthy of doing this. He can't. He doesn't have any contact in the tech industry. He doesn't have any coders that respect him. Anybody who's ever worked for him.
No.
In fact, he has crossed paths being in the position he is with the best and brightest in the industry.
Yeah.
Guys who want to work for Disney and Microsoft, and they're like, I would for you. And he's crossed paths with these guys. He has burned them all. In order to be in his position, he has to have burned all these bridges. Burned
Come on,
so many
he's
bridges.
still friends with Dave Chappelle. Isn't that worth anything?
Oh, is he?
Well, I
Dave
think
Chappelle
after he
knows who
got
he
booed
is,
off
and these guys
stage when he got brought up, remember Dave brought him on stage and everyone booed
if
him.
you're in a position that you are with the amount of money that you have and you don't have any friends, and the only people that are even friendly with you are doing so because they benefit from you, and you have like interests, is the only thing that there's something wrong with you. But again, there's something wrong with society as a whole. I mean, even people watching the show right now are like, I don't have any friends. Like we live in a more and more isolated
Yeah.
world.
We've
And
been
for a
atomized
guy who's
far
in this
more.
position to say, I don't have any friends because I have the worst takes on society, people hate me, there's millions of Americans who are like, sounds like me.
Yeah.
It's been a problem ever since social media really kicked off, that people have just kind of isolated more and more. And then, like, a good example is when I started to hang out with like the DP crowd, and then started hanging out with Ryby, and then started doing this on my own. Like, I used to say, not like, I like some of you guys, but you're not really my friends because I don't know you personally. Like, I've never met you in real life. And that's changed over time.
Okay.
But a lot of people were like, well, I have to make these people my friends because I've got no chance of meeting anyone like them for miles and miles around. And I feel like really sad when I hear that, because how do you create a positive, healthy social network in like traditional ways if there really isn't anyone like you around? Like, you can't just pick up sticks as like a teenager who's struggling with their, say they were from a really conservative family but they've got really like progressive views. How the fuck do you cope with that? It'd be great if you had a friend who could hear it, but the only person who hears you is in fucking Sweden and is only on for 3 hours, and you gotta wake up super early, and pretty soon you're basing your entire life around an online schedule rather than like everyone else out there frankly in the real world. But this is the real world too, because well, Elon is now the most powerful man in the world, and like it's so fucked up. It's so weird. I don't know how we got into this timeline. It's such a specific timeline that I don't even know what they'll call. How will they even remotely call this decade? Like, what will we?
Well, I mean,
Is it a
we have.
K?
There's a problem with the decades as we know it. I mean, everybody knows the 70s,
The
the
70s,
90s,
80s.
all have a
Yeah.
feel and that's intentional because having lived through the 80s and 90s, they didn't feel like that when I was going through them. There is a retroactive rewriting of those
Yeah. It's
decades.
history. You look
Now,
back and you
now the
look
last
over.
25 years though are like the lost years. Like there's nothing about when I look at my memories from 2014 or 2006, I'm like, the fuck. There's nothing particular about the aught years or the tens or anything that has a particular taste or style about it.
Yeah.
But we live in a
Yeah.
time where we're creating a lot of content. There's just a lot of stuff out there. There's just that it doesn't really have, and everybody has their own thing. There are people that are into horror. They're into horror. They don't watch anything else. They like the horror.
Mm.
Right? And then you got these other guys who are like, I like heavy metal. Have you ever heard anything but heavy metal? No, I don't like it. It's for pussies. And people are in their lanes. They're not getting out of their lanes. So they're not seeing. There is no cultural thing going on. There is no. In 2020, there was a Michael Jackson. The Weeknd had a hit song, Blinding Lights, best-selling single of all time. But then when the year's over, people stopped listening to it like it was going at like it's a joke. With the
All right.
memes, we are kind of in the 80s because the thing about the 80s is fads and trends would end. You're like high top shoes are in this year. Next year, they're not.
Right.
Right. So the one thing is these memes have a very short lifespan. And a lot of these celebrities have a very short lifespan. A lot
And
of
it's
these,
so artificial too. It's now made by committee. Like an
yeah,
Instagrammer will go out
because
of their way to
they're being
create
pushed by
a new.
corporate America.
Yeah.
Right. This new star's being pushed, and then there's actually no fan base behind it. It's all just this
Well,
manufactured interest in
on
this
that
new star.
topic
And so they're
there,
like,
Teddy,
spoiler.
on that topic, have you noticed like Taylor Swift is the biggest, wealthiest musician in history, but she doesn't have the impact that should have. She's just the girl who sings and a lot of people who aren't us listen to. Like
But that's because you don't listen to her. If you listen to her, there would
but I have
things
listened.
that separate
I've listened to
her
her
from
music, and I'm like,
Katy
okay,
Perry
this is
or whatever.
whatever. She's gone through genre searching, and now she's just whatever. It's like she's
Yeah,
not
well,
Madonna.
hey,
She's not Madonna. She's not
yeah.
Beyonce. They have like
Hey. Madonna's not even Madonna. What's Madonna?
well, she
Do
hasn't
you
been
like Madonna?
Madonna in a long while, but back
Are
in the
you
'80s when she
are
started
you that
off,
big a fan of Madonna or Madonna or Madonna? Really? No, you're not that big a fan of Madonna. Don't act like that she or Britney Spears. I was not big into Britney Spears when she
I
was out.
was, but I had just hit puberty, so.
But you were interested in her.
S-
You weren't interested in her music.
She certainly did as well.
Well, the thing is,
Right.
I couldn't escape it. But that's the thing. Like, I don't hear her. I don't hear Taylor Swift's
It's not
music.
the same thing. There was things I couldn't escape, but I didn't like it. Like day there was St. Elmo's Fire. Like, oh, I don't like it, but somebody else my age did. Like, oh, St. Elmo's Fire and the Brat or the Brat Pack or whatever. I don't care about Rob Lowe and Emilio Estevez. And this was a passing phase. It totally is. Right. But at the same time, haters gonna hate. Players gonna play. But I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Shake it off. Oh. No impact. Yeah, right. It's all 2020. You won't know about the impact for another decade.
Oh God, I feel like a dinosaur. Boop.
Canadian real.
What's
Here.
that? What's that, young man?
Well, you've embraced you've embraced the Wizenode crone vibe.
I mean, I can hardly hide it. I've got a skunk stripe on my chin.
True, but you don't have the wizened yet. You still have very good skin because like you said, you drink lots of water.
Yeah.
That's the trick,
Then
by
again,
the
if
way,
I
kids.
find
Just drink lots of water, and your skin will be a whole lot.
and not booze.
And smoking.
but
Avoid smoking for a whole bunch. Of
yes. Although if I were to just shave down baby face, I would lose like at least 10 years off
Oh,
my
yeah.
looks.
Absolutely. I'm gonna after Paddy's Day. I'm gonna get rid of the goat part of my beard, the sides.
I have no intention of doing so though, but I could.
Yeah. I did that a while ago, and I don't know. I like this better. It's easier to
Honestly,
maintain.
you without a beard
Mm.
is there's nothing wrong with it, but there's nothing great about it. It just is. Where, as you pointed out, when I lose my beard, something seems in like uncanny valley wrong. Like it just it should like it.
Oh.
It's not bad, but it ain't right.
Speaking of which, on that note, did I tell you last week about the guy I was watching play Disco Elysium?
Yes, it did.
And yeah, he cut his beard to be the same as the protagonist and everything.
Mhm.
Well, this week, well, not really this week because he did this playthrough 3 years ago, but this week I got to the part where I was watching, and he reached the part of the game where the character has the option of shaving the beard off, and he did. So he's like, well, I got to keep this accurate. So he shaved his off too. And it was terrifying. He's
Respect.
a big man, baby. But the funny part was his girlfriend came on camera for the reveal because he shaved it and kept a towel over the bottom half of his face so that the girlfriend could come over and see him shaven for the first time ever. And of course, she freaked out about how much younger he looked and stuff. But then she's like, but now what's going to tickle my bum now when you go down on me?
Oh.
And he went like, with
Hey,
the
this reminded me of my first girlfriend.
Hey, it grows back. It grows
Yeah.
back.
It do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It just looked so strange. But then again, it looked really strange for the protagonist too. So I mean, it was just accurate. So
Yeah.
So we got here one of many things wrong in this world: housing prices. But at least it's Canada.
Real Estate versus Literal European Castles, Part 24. Today we're going to our nation's capital of Ottawa, Ontario. But first, it's January
Yay.
7th, and you know what that means. It's David's birthday.
That's
so
where I
happy
live.
birthday, David, from your girlfriend, Nola. I got you this
If I
bottle of
recognize this
mid-range
house.
scotch, but I don't know where...
I like his early 20th century British officer dog.
very good
paint.
boy.
Yeah. So who's got a fight in the
Isn't
Sudan?
Isn't
You
that-
are.
isn't that
Yes, you are.
specifically a beef eater? Isn't that a beef eater?
Oh, it would be. Yeah.
where you live, or if you
Without
want
the
scotch,
hat,
so
but
I'll
yeah,
just-
it's the
I'll
right
just take care of
uniform.
that for you. This is 1509 Lagan Way, a lovely 2-bed, 2-bath home in Ottawa.
Okay.
Leg
Here's
and
your
way.
kitchen, which
Where
you
the
can
fuck
see has
is
been
that?
updated with a fun color scheme. It's also got this note above the sink, possibly a secret family recipe. As you can see, you have all your appliances, including an oven, a fan, a microwave, and paper towels. This is probably like a bedroom or something. That's not too bad. Again, I'm not an electrician, but this seems legit. Here's your bathroom, which is great for multitasking because you can do your laundry while you're taking a dump. It's also got a secret note that you can see in the mirror, which indicates the potential for buried treasure. Here's your other bathroom.
Treasure.
The tub is really small in this one for some reason. It's also got a note on the tub and the toilet, which is making me suspect that this might not be a functioning toilet, you guys. It doesn't even have the toilet hat, see? This is
That
like
is
your
weird.
Upstairs bedroom.
toilet
You
And
guys
hat.
got
that's
some
also why
jazz.
there was a note by the sink is
There's
because there's a
notes
problem with
everywhere. Like what the fuck?
the notes are all by the water because I don't think the
The water's
so
turned
his note
on.
was by the sink, by the faucet, and there's a note on the toilet and the top of the toilet's off. So yeah, there's a problem with the water.
Is this man trying to imply there's something wrong with this house?
Jazz floor here. You got jazz drywall. Wall-to-wall jazz in this place. It's exploring the very limits of what drywall can be. And it's even got a garage. You can put all sorts of cool stuff in there, like a car or a canoe. or even a different kind of car.
Or
So
10
what will it
dead
cost you to live
bodies.
here? Only $1.32 million.
Or
That's
12
fair.
dead
That's a pretty
bodies.
good price for
Ooh.
For
If
Ottawa,
you stack them.
yeah, that. Even I know that's like a fucking steal. And then you should screw.
I've never heard of this street, by the way. I think this is out on the edges of town or something.
Ontario
This looks for. This looks like a
Is he-
rural
is he
house.
like
That was
mocking
a very barn-like. Sorry, what was that, Teddy?
Is he mocking how expensive it is?
No,
Yes.
he's a realtor, and his job is to find the most ridiculous priced things and then compare it to literal castles or your own private island for the same price or cheaper.
Which are going to be 5 times bigger and probably cheaper.
Yeah.
For Ottawa. They got that good shawarma there, and they put the garlic sauce on it. Do you
They
guys
do have
remember
great
back
shawarma
in
here.
the old days when they would cut the chicken right off the big spinning meat cone right onto the bread for you, and it was like so juicy and good? But then somebody served too much undercooked chicken, and a bunch of kids went blind. Big deal, and now they have to fry it on a flat top before they give it to you. It's not as good.
Chicken,
Not worth it.
That's not
But
true.
hey, maybe you want to live in an
It's
Italian
lamb.
cat.
I've never been to a single shawarma place that grills it before they put it on. That's not.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, at least anyway. I can't say it's not a thing, but I haven't seen it.
he doesn't. That's silly. He's being silly.
Castle instead. It's only €900,000. It's got 18 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms for a
Wow,
total
that's
of
just a
25
generally good
rooms,
deal.
and 3 of them have floors.
I'm
It's
not
also
surprised it's Italy though, because Italy's super expensive, but it's very depopulated out in the rural areas. Whole towns are just abandoned. As people.
Where did he
move.
say this was? I missed it.
Italy.
fully finished, quality sanitary ware,
Finished?
kitchen, and it's a terrace house. Okay, let's look at the pictures. Everybody likes this part. You got some stonework,
It's less of
all
a
those
castle,
windows in
more
there.
of a
It
compound.
looks like a castle because it's definitely a castle. Here's your living room or bedroom.
You can
That
fit
one's
at least 2
definitely a
cults in
bedroom for
here.
sure.
You could
Yeah,
have
but
a
what's the
goddamn
difference? What's the
peace
difference in
treaty
these
from
places?
the 1700s in
So the
that.
one
Definitely a
place
castle.
is somewhere in
Here's your,
England or Ireland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's near a major metropolis. This is out in Italy, probably in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Living room or bedroom?
You have your own peace treaty room. Come on.
Because there's a difference between being close to where you can buy groceries.
But it's like
And-
1.3 million for a shitty little, and he's shown far worse than that house, and for more, just because of the location. The location might be
The house does
amazing.
not look shitty. It looks like a very nice house.
It didn't look. It looked passable. It needed a lot of work.
But that's what you're paying to be near a. If you want to buy the house outright, you're just going to
That
buy
one's
the house
definitely a bedroom
outright.
for sure.
This is not so. It's like wow, but it's not inexplicable because I
There's a
can
big bed in
explain
there.
it.
That's another bedroom.
Look at that.
Some sort of slanty roof there.
It
That's
is
nice. You got some stone
explicable.
arches. Everybody likes that. Here's your dining room or kitchen or something. You got one of these. You got
They have frescoes.
a painting of God
And
chasing
are we
the dragon.
comparing?
That's cool.
What's the currency in Italy?
Euro.
Is it really 1.3 million? Whatever.
It's 900,000. It's 900,000 euro or 1.3 million Canadian.
Cool. You got
Which
some,
is
some
probably
stone heads and
roughly
whatever there.
equivalent.
Alfonso. Yeah. Okay. Some trees. New nice
Alright.
garden here. More trees.
I don't know the exact.
Okay.
There's your village.
Uh,
Look, there's your village. Get all your food.
I don't know the exact what the exact translation between Canadian dollars and euros is, but those two numbers are probably very similar. In
Here's
the
where you
end.
live. So
Hey,
what's your
but
pick? Is it
you
the
know,
house in
you're-
Ottawa or
you're-
the castle
You're
in
the guy
Italy?
from Europe, actually. Would you rather live in Ireland or
In Ireland or where?
Italy?
I'd love to visit Italy in the summertime, but parts of Italy, the prices of just getting your basic supplies in Italy, it can be super expensive, especially out in Rome. They have a good wage. They pay a decent wage, so they raise taxes accordingly. So if you come from a country that doesn't have a good wage, they will fleece you fucking bare.
Right.
So I'd have to be financially stable enough to be able to live there in the first place. But living there, fuck
Right.
it. I don't like the government
Yeah.
right now, but that can change in time. Yeah, fuck it. I wouldn't say no to living in Italy.
Well, I mean, so what is the right?
The what?
It's the location.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
the
think
location of the house and the castle, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, both of these look like they're on the boonies a little bit because this Canadian house looks like it's in a rural part on the edge of town. Because if you remember when we showed off the garage, it was basically a barn.
Mhm.
In Monte
Hey, maybe you want to live in an Italian castle instead. It's only 900,000 euros.
Gabetto. Monte
Yeah,
Gabetto.
obviously, I would prefer to live in an Italian castle.
Again, I'd say it's less of a castle, more of a compound or villa, but it's so big. Yeah, hell yeah.
Would I be able to get?
Your basics. You'd be able to get your
Would I
basics.
be
in
able
that
to get
village.
online?
Yeah.
Would I be able to use my internet? I don't know.
Oh
internet.
yeah, they'd have Wi-Fi.
Or,
It's just at the same level. All right, before more Trump, the ultra fear inspiring alpha male.
At me as soon as I walk in, and they're like, "Who is this guy?" I look like I'm going to hurt somebody.
Nah, you look more like the reason why women cover their drinks up at a nightclub, to me
True.
personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remind me of a buff chihuahua. You could be capable of violence. I'm just not that concerned with it, you know? Now, I'm not trying to say you short or nothing. It's just from that angle, though. You do look like, if I saw you out in public, I'd turn and look straight over the top of your dome piece. So, like, I wouldn't even acknowledge the threat had walked into the room. You might be the baddest thing on the planet, man. I don't know. I don't know about the alpha male thing, you know? You got the beard. That beard go hard. Wish mine connected like that. But with that haircut, though, you look more like a flamboyant barber. So I just couldn't personally, you couldn't strike no fear in my heart.
At me as
Yeah, he'd set you up with the best coffee house in town. You'd have to pay through your
Ooh.
teeth, but that's it. That's the power. That's the alpha level of him.
You know, it's not that the coffee is expensive, but there's a cover charge for walking in.
Yeah, they have like
No.
they always have a girl on acoustic guitar playing her own songs that no one ever buys the
Ooh.
albums of.
Let me tell you, they have one of these very, very expensive coffee shops in St. Louis, where I'm at, and this is very expensive. They do not put cream in the coffee. No cream.
Okay.
No cream in the coffee. This coffee is so good. The people go there. They drink it black. These are like the coffee. You can get the coffee there. The ones that were shit out by tigers. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The tigers. They put them out, and then
Civets.
from
they got that there. They got it there, and it's very expensive. You pay.
you get the little tiny cups, and
You got to pay a lot of money for quality tiger shit.
Yep.
Right there, like French style, brewed right at the table. And the name of the place? Deep.
Something French.
Steep.
Steep.
Ooh,
It's
steep.
called Steep.
Now that's a
And it
potential
kind of
name I
indicates
can
the
get behind.
price as well.
Yeah,
They are saying it's expensive. It is steep.
exactly. You think it's a coffee joke, but no, it's just a reference to the price.
The price is part of the deal. People are paying through the nose for what is essentially the same thing, but the price is why they're doing it.
They think it's better because it's expensive, though. Yeah.
The fact that they have this kind of expendable income, and when people even the Cybertruck now, like, it doesn't need to be as expensive as the actual stuff to make the car. It is more expensive than it needs to be. You are paying more for it.
Oh,
than
we
it's
were looking
worth.
at that last week. Some guy was showing off how his sports car, the lights on it were a 800 quid extra, and then he showed on his phone how they're just taken from like a Ford Focus, and you can get them for 6 quid. But because they have a different name,
charging that.
They
want these people want to be charged more for it. They want to pay you more for it. And they're you know the phenomenon. You understand it intrinsically because you've paid for something like from a YouTuber or something. You know what I'm saying? You've donated to them. They've given you like a lunchbox that's not worth it, but you wanted to give them the money anyway because you respect them. It's part of that whole concept. But it's also from people who have a lot of expendable income.
right now.
Huh?
We watch this English guy, huge motherfucker, fat as hell, but he's like really, really good at breaking down why corporations can be so successful or why they fail, and a lot of it is just come down to presentation and like how
Yes.
people's brains
Packaging.
work.
Packaging.
Yep.
Right? It comes down to it's the same product. The package is better. It's the same product, or it just comes in a color that's not available in the regular one. The
Best
cheaper
example
one
has
is
to be
shiny.
just call something
The cheaper one,
organic and you can
it's
throw an
whatever
extra
the other
20
one
quid on
isn't.
top of it. You
They're
know?
both black. The cheaper one is shiny. The more expensive one is a matte black.
Yep.
Ooh, it's a matte black. Or if the cheaper one is matte black, then the more expensive one is shiny.
Do you
It's
want
just
the
whatever the other
standard
one isn't.
or do you want the XL? What's the XL? It's XL. Ooh, I'll take the XL.
Yep.
It's just it is kind of a it's genius in a way, but in a really sinister way, you know.
But in a way, because these American, I'm going to take over here and be the patriotic bear that I am. American traditions include thrift. One of our true honored traditions are being thrifty, or being smart about our money, about making stuff ourselves. But that's been thrown out the fucking window. That's one of our real things, is not being cheap, but being thrifty. You know, that's an essential American tradition that's been thrown the fuck out by these assholes, and assholes who want to emulate rich people, and it's only punishing the people who want to live beyond their means. So I don't really feel that bad about it.
I mean, these are the same guys who throw money into crypto and NFTs. So like,
I'm more likely to jump on the bandwagon, sell some rich asshole some cheap.
we need an NFT. We need an NFT Teddy board bear.
Oh yeah, that was actually the idea behind my competitive that where I have characters on cards, you know, and from videos we watch. It was originally a joke with NFTs because Trump did an NFT thing, but now it's become a card game, and it's more like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic kind of thing. Have the cards battle. It's more fun that way. More fun. Fuck the NFT thing. I hope it eventually dies, but since it's all really only punishing rich people, I don't feel that bad about that one either.
Don't worry. Everything dies.
Trump has reposted this on Truth Social, showing his AI vision for the future of Gaza.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna need to pause this a lot.
No, we'll watch the whole video first, and then we'll go back to pause each thing.
Yeah. Did you catch that?
So, first thing I want to say before anything else, I've actually been to Gaza, or at least been outside it. There's not enough space for any of this. It's actually a really small piece of land. No. But anyway, let's break it down. The madness of the most powerful man in the free world, with giant fucking quotations on that.
AI vision.
First thing, can we scroll back to the dancing ladies? The dancing quote-unquote ladies? There's near the beginning. There. Notice anything strange about these ladies?
Yeah, they're DEI. How did DEI get into our Trump Gaza construction ad?
Or as CJ called them, the bearded twink dancing ladies, dancing boys.
This is like something out of like an early 2000s War on Terror sketch, you know?
Right.
I honestly, even I don't have anything too remarkable to say about this. You know, because it's AI. First of all, AI.
Yeah.
One of the worst things that this generation has produced yet.
I like that you said yet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's a thing that produces things on its own. So it's just kind of just. Bleh.
It's just funny to me because Trump would hate bearded dancing twinks.
You know what the AI reminds me of?
And it's his own ad.
It's something that's going to date. It's finally something that'll date the times we're in. And then we're looking back, we'll be able to see it and be like,
the AI
ew,
decade.
that's not AI, right?
Yep.
And we can look back a little bit. The problem is the graphics in the video games have been so good since '99 that it all looks about the same. You can only see it a little bit where the water looks a little fake or the reflection doesn't look
Yeah, I
right.
was saying that with Halo recently. I've played the Halo remaster.
It's hard to improve on graphics from this point, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the stuff that will actually look like from this time period. We'll remember this time period. This will have a stamp.
Yep.
This will have a stamp. This whole era we're in is going to be so obnoxious and so weird. I think we are finally going to have an era in the 2020s.
Yep.
This stink pot. Fuck! It starts with the pandemic and it just gets worse.
As Philip DeFranco said, like, this is the worst this tech is going to be right now.
Yeah.
So it's going to look so fucking bad in a few years' time, and it looks bad now. But it's compared to what's coming out. Eventually, they will find a way to make AI terrifyingly accurate. That deep fakes will be impossible to tell. Like there are already some streamers who are experimenting with like AI scripts so they can go off stream and just like have a computer do the entire stream themselves.
Dude,
it was like
there were people
Minecraft.
doing. Hold on, time out. But there were people doing better deep fakes, taking the mustache off of Henry Cavill than they did in the Justice League. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Now that was, get ready, almost 10 years ago.
I don't want to.
Time's moving faster now, guys. Time's moving faster.
I always said
Technology
after COVID was over, it
but
would
you're
just
really
go on
not
to
advancing as
fast
far as
mode.
we are. It's how you use the tools. It's how you use the tools.
It's like Unity, the Unity engine. Everyone always says that those games are shit. A lot of great games come out of Unity, but you have to put time and effort into making it work. Otherwise, it will look like...
We are reaching a plateau with what's capable with the technology.
Yeah. And the tech's going to keep getting better and stronger. Look how Gronk was
I'm saying we're reaching a plateau, though. No, I'm saying the other. We're reaching the plateau. We are reaching.
We will eventually, of course, but I don't think we're there yet.
Well, because you look at it, look at Idiocracy. Where did the technology peak? Where did it stop? We're almost there. When it starts doing it all by itself, and then we start getting fatter and stupider, and the more it's doing it by itself.
I wouldn't say no to a vending machine that just gives you out fries. That's kind of
I would.
Yeah, we're almost there.
What about
I wouldn't
Demolition Man? We get the Demolition Man. We get the Demolition Man before we get the idiot.
I was just saying that a few days ago. That's some good rat burger. You know?
It's finally here. Trump cars are shining bright.
So look, pause it when we get to the second Elon.
Because the rest of this is just
damn.
Yeah.
But
Good
anyway,
pause. It was an excellent pause. That was a good pause on the butt.
It's coming up there.
Where he's eating tacos or whatever that is.
I think it's supposed to be him scooping hummus up with some pita bread or something, but it looks like he's scooping hummus out of a pizza.
Or a taco donut.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is supposed to be.
Doesn't it look sweet? It looks a little sweet. I don't know.
Also, why does Elon show up twice in this, and both times he's just snacking on something on the beach?
I don't know.
I think it looks like a piece of flatbread that's been turned into a bowl that they then filled up with all sort of stuff, and then he takes another piece of flatbread and then scoops out the center. The real question is, why does he look so sad?
I don't know, because that looks like it's kind of tasty. It's just kind of a weird way to deliver the food, you know?
Eating it out of a pizza, yeah.
Like at the end of the snack, he's going to have a flatbread with nothing in it.
And gold shoes. There he is walking.
I'm glad to see Biden's enjoying his retirement.
Is that
Hey.
is that Netanyahu next to him, or the? Who is that?
As long as he stays away from his stalker Sargon.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing more we can say other than
Why?
this is stupid.
Yeah, no.
Why is Trump in the Oval Office with hats?
Because he
That
loves
say
hats.
Trump
He always is.
was right about Trump was right about everything. That's not AI, is it?
No, this is a real hat.
Yep.
That's
This is a real hat he made.
That's not AI. The Trump was right about
The
everything.
this part isn't the AI commercial anymore. This is people talking about the AI commercial now.
Okay,
See,
so
I too want to believe that we're on the wrong timeline, but it's the wrong mindset because I'm like, what happened? Yes, what happened? We have completely lost control of reality itself. Oh God!
when will AI gain awareness and control us like on the Matrix? Hurry up! I'm ready to surrender. I will be
I
a
want some
collaborator.
steak. Give me some steak. Like,
Yes.
give me some goddamn steak. Give me the fuck whatever. I'll take a
I
nice
want my
cubicle
juicy,
job.
delicious Matrix steak. Damn it!
Yeah, come on, give us
for
our
protein.
give us our
Look, it's
synth
cool.
beef.
No. The Matrix was cool. You get to have like a cubicle job. You go to these funky ass nightclubs.
Wait, hold
and
on.
then just stay in your lane. It's all fine.
Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. What exactly is fine about it's cool and you get to have a cubicle job? Excuse me, what?
Compared to
No.
Zion, it wasn't too bad.
Better than the one we're going to end up getting. Good lord.
I mean, okay, compared to Zion, sure, but cubicle jobs are not cool.
It could
They
be
suck.
It could be worse.
Rave orgy in both ones, though.
Yeah, but when we met Neo, he's like, "Do you live unhappy like your fake world?" But was he unhappy?
He was
Why
listless.
was
He
he so
needed a
miserable?
fucking dog.
Was he happier running around in Zion? Well, maybe they had orgies and stuff, but he could have had orgies. There were apparently orgies.
Why didn't fucking Agent Smith just knock at his door and just like give him all the orgies he wanted? Boom, done. The Matrix would have lived on forever. Okay, here is oh god. This is not political, but it definitely is showing how God has turned his back on us long ago.
Well, you certainly don't hear this one every day, and thank goodness for that, because a Michigan family had trusted a home inspector to look over their property as they got ready to sell, but when they checked their home security system, they spotted him violating their trust in one of the most egregious ways imaginable.
I think I've seen
He
this
was pleasuring himself
actually.
in the child's nursery with an Elmo toy. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Pleasure
With
me,
an
Elmo.
Elmo toy, what's he doing with the Elmo toy?
Getting a blowjob from it.
Sorry to say this, but appearing to pleasure himself with an object.
Why is this late 90s actor doing this now? Why has he not aged?
What is Kevin Sorbo really let himself go?
I was actually thinking he looks like the one from Beverly Hills, Luke Perry. Looks a little bit like Luke Perry.
A little bit.
He's got a Luke Perry quality. I was thinking like that guy from,
from what?
The human guy who's like Sonic's friend.
Because
that guy was
yeah.
He was also Cyclops in the X-Men.
That's right, he was.
That guy. He was Cyclops. He's kind of that guy.
Oh, when are we gonna get a movie of?
He was the guy who Superman cucks in Superman Returns, right? Because he was like Lois's husband.
You're right. Christ, you were full of random facts.
He's always got.
And as he turns around and zips up his pants, you can see what.
Not the main character. But here Elmo is the main character.
Elmo is gonna have like a Hallmark movie about him.
Elmo! I feel so bad for Elmo.
When the laughter dies, the Elmo story.
That object is.
Personally,
he is holding.
I'm really looking forward to Sonic 5 when Sonic teams up with the X-Men.
I mean, think about it. The guy who voiced Elmo, we know, is some kind of weird pedophile, right? And then there was that anti-Semitic Elmo that was running streets of New York. Do you remember that story? Like the he was he was screaming about the Jews.
Oh, I remember Santa. I remember that one. He was going around saying how he wanted to was it like wipe the tribe of Israel from the earth or some shit like that. And he was
I'm talking about Elmo. I'm talking about there was a guy in
multiple
Elmo.
ones, yeah.
There was but I'm just saying what Elmo got. Awful.
Elmo just
Elmo's
wants his fucking blanket back. But no, he can't.
Elmo is also part of like riots in New York. I mean, in America when the Tickle Me Elmo doll came out. It was like bigger than Cabbage Patch Kids.
Those Midwest moms fighting tooth and nail to get the damn things.
Yes, Elmo has had a dark past. There's a lot of and now there's this story.
Yeah.
A red Elmo doll.
Elmo is he's the most
Elmo
cursed
doll.
Muppet.
Yeah.
I think he's the
Walks
most
across the
cursed
room,
Muppet.
places the doll somewhere off camera, and as he adjusts it, you can actually hear that signature.
Oh, wait for it. Wait, Teddy, listen. We're about to hear the laughter of sadness.
Elmo laugh on the security camera.
No.
Tell me that's not just the most incredibly unsettling.
God.
I know.
Oh my God. Incredibly unsettling. Says the guy from Sonic the Hedgehog.
So what we're saying is that there was no crime because Elmo consented, right?
Well, now you have to raise the question of are Muppets people, and that's something that not even addressed. Yeah, we ready for that talk?
How dare you even suggest they might not be? What's wrong with you?
Wow.
Well, maybe I'm not as progressive as I thought I was because
something shellfish something.
I feel attacked. I feel like I should leave the show.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying all puppets, okay? A lot of my friends are felt, okay?
I'm not a puppet. But yeah. Let's move on. This is disturbing.
Extremely disturbing. Please. But he admitted to the whole thing. Like, look at that face. Like, obviously, you got to admit to something like I fucked Elmo with a face like that. But
I mean,
knowing what he did, knowing what he's done now, he's better looking to me.
If you let that guy into your house, that's kind of on you. All right.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
Just sniffed a whole thing of angel dust.
Out of Elmo's butt crack.
But apparently he got because there was no outright footage of it, and technically he didn't do anything to a person. They let him go. A month later, he was rearrested for some sort of public exposure shit. So as always, the American law enforcement is just doing great. It's doing great.
Yep. They released him.
Balls deep. Oh, I think I know what this is. Bird.
Damn.
Oh damn.
Oh, he's the middle aged now. What the fuck?
That's the first ape that tried the mushrooms that look different from the other mushrooms, and now
why does it have a mustache?
His mouth, it's left open. He doesn't even know how to process it.
I thought he was like a mustache and then just like a thin smile underneath it.
Nah, he's tripping balls right now. He's on the first ever psychedelic trip. This is millions.
Oh, he's tripping balls, all right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Speaking of balls, here it is, the Oval Office.
And now I'm talking with my friends in Poland. And
quick heads up, I intentionally didn't watch this for this moment. So I know it's bad. I've seen clips of it, but I've not watched the whole thing.
It is really bad.
They are worried that you align yourself too much with Putin. What's your message for them?
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say, really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin.
This is one of those times where maybe there shouldn't be a fucking deal.
Yep.
Like,
Russia, bad. I thought that was the gist of it. I thought that was the given. How many Hollywood films, especially from the 80s onwards, just had the villains sound like this? You know, it's kind of...
Hey, you guys, you guys remember the days when America would just... When Team America World Police would just go around and stomp any fascists that raised their heads? Why doesn't that happen to Trump? To Trump and to fucking Putin?
It's very tough
for me. Sick of it. It get boring.
To make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous
hatred. Yeah, but now it
hatred.
needs to happen.
And I understand that, but I can tell you...
have to start in the White House.
The other side is
That's
exactly in
what I
love
said with Trump. Yeah.
You know, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe.
We're aligned with the world. We're standing.
I want to see if we can get this thing done.
Come on. All right, pause. Like, imagine I walked into your house and just decided that the downstairs of your house now belongs to me. You don't make a fucking deal by saying, you know what, you can have all of it back except I'm keeping the fucking breakfast. All right? That doesn't work like that. That's not a deal.
Yeah.
You don't fucking negotiate with people like that. There's only one way this ends, and it's when they get back everything that they fucking had when they started. That's it. That's the only deal.
Actually, I disagree. They get back everything they had when they started, plus a chunk of Russia. This is a game of civilization. Like we have a peace treaty, and you also give me one of your cities.
What it breaks down to is the deal is Trump wants to go. And he's like, okay, ceasefire, sure, but also we need some kind of security deal in case he doesn't do the ceasefire. I need some assurance of security. And Trump is like, nah, ceasefire. We tell him to ceasefire, and he'll ceasefire. He's like, he's not going to agree to it. He's not going to honor this, which we know.
Putin is literally saying, I will just destroy Ukraine. Ukraine will be destroyed. Well, you know, maybe we can work a deal out. There will be no deal. I will eat their children in front of their mothers. Well, you know, he's not a bad guy. Fuck you, orange boy.
Yeah.
You want me to be tough? I could be tough.
Saying nothing but Ukraine belongs. He's been saying it's full of nuts. He's saying that his invasion,
and gay people at the same time, and a few Jews as well, for good measure, because Zelensky is Jewish.
He's been telling people that the pandemic. Putin's been telling people that there are bio labs where they made.
Yep, I remember.
COVID
what's his name? One of those Russian traders. One of those enlightened centrists from back in the day who just went full tanky and now escaped America into Russia because they were probably on the pay. Like Hinkle. It wasn't Hinkle, it was someone like him. And he was saying that like the Ukraine was scattered with these biolabs that are designed to specifically target Russian DNA.
This goes all kinds of stuff with Ukraine. Yeah. Because a lot of this conspiracy stuff is coming to us from Russia.
Yep.
Russia's making up a bunch of conspiracy stuff, and they centered around Ukraine.
Out Soviet,
there's fraud in Ukraine. There's money pushed through Ukraine. They say the banking system in Ukraine is just like offshore bank accounts. And so Trump has repeated these things. He believes that the servers in Ukraine
Hunter Biden.
That's a separate thing. The Hunter Biden laptop from hell is a separate conspiracy to what he believes about servers used to steal the 2020 election in Ukraine. The My Pillow guy is behind getting his hands on servers from Ukraine that were used to steal the election here in America in 2020.
Lindell.
cross-section so many stupid conspiracies because they've been lying about Ukraine. Because Putin has been pushing lies about Ukraine for stupid.
But he can't. Hell, it goes way deeper than that. Like, you know that a lot of people in Russia generally believe they're at war with the Anglo-Saxons, as they're called. If we had Insolence on, she'd be able to like clarify this. But there's this whole government-backed movement of like sci-fi books and like historical novels and all this shit. And it's this entire post-Soviet sort of reimagining of what it is to be a man in Russia, which is you're constantly under attack by these insidious, particularly the royal family. They had a big fuck you to the royal family, and it's all this borderline pro-Nazi shit. To like aliens are actually controlling the White House, and that's why that's why the factory in Belarus had to shut down. And people believe all this shit, and then they're given a gun, and then they went off, and the first wave of them all got killed in Ukraine. Like, we've seen so much footage of them just walking towards machine guns. And now they have to get more of them coming in, and more of them coming in. And all the while, they're being pumped full of this bullshit about how they're saving the Ukrainians from themselves, how they're going to stop Europe from treating them like second-class citizens, when it's all Putin and his little cabal of cronies, which include all of Trump's friends, who are just stoking this shit. And that's what I think Trump really wants to turn America into an oligarchical Russian-like state, where he's officially the president, but he'll always win every election.
That's what I say. Yeah. That's why he went to talk to Putin. He wants to find out how these guys run their shows, right? How do you guys do it? Oh, you just do it?
You just do whatever you want, and then if you fuck up, you blame someone underneath you, and then you have them shot.
Than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough, but you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. One more question.
I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then
this guy, this like if Trump was to,
I didn't know he was real.
Yeah, he follows so many right wing, like outright neo-Nazis on Twitter and just reposts them. I think unlike Trump, he actually is aware of like the massive alt-right, huge right-wing conspiracy / QAnon shit and embraces it, where Trump uses it and then tosses it away. To the point where a lot of people in QAnon don't like Trump anymore. They think he's like being taken out by the deep state and shit. And of course, a lot of these people also believe a lot of the Russian shit, just like a lot of the right wing African movements, like the Hoteps, the Black Hammers, and shit. It's all part. And
here's an interesting thing, though. If you look, you can see behind his head is a plate with a reflection of the back of Trump's head.
Yep.
That's not flattering. That looks like one of ordinary sausages that are about to burst. That is just
Then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions.
Okay, then how about you send a couple of thousand American troops to occupy Crimea and see how long Putin stays in office before he's shot by one of his generals? Oh, that's not it? No, because you're going to have lunch with him this afternoon.
What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Victory lap.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So
listen,
he occupied
JD Vance is opening his mouth and sounds are coming out, but all I hear is.
I just keep hearing the hell march from Command and Conquer.
I think Majicus is just being influenced by JD's big DSLs.
Yeah, maybe.
Our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014
and
2014.
Yeah. So
I was
killed.
not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022.
Jesus, I've seen orangutans looking at a mirror with more fucking like clarity than Trump has right now. Like, he looks like a puppet that's just lost the string tension.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. And like, we got rid of, well, you guys got rid of Biden because he was too old. Like, Trump ain't too different in terms of age.
Yeah, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract.
Breaking news from my country. The government to end UN backing for peacekeeping missions. Draft legislation will remove the requirement for UN Security Council authorization let me read that again. Draft legislation which would remove the requirement for UN Security Council authorization on Irish participation in peacekeeping missions be brought to the cabinet on Tuesday. I guess because we don't trust the UN anymore because of them America backing Russia in the latest vote with the Security Council. Also, it's the Oscars tonight? Oh, okay.
That's right.
Meh.
What are your picks for the best picture?
What are they?
Yep. Meh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You haven't seen.
I could not give less of a fuck.
If Dune is in there,
Yeah.
maybe Dune.
I don't even know what came out this year.
Sure, I like Dune. That's fine.
Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it.
He's doing one thing wrong right now, and that's trying to appeal to the fucking reality.
He has to be. If no one else will be the adult in the room, then he has to be.
Well, this is the problem, though. He's trying to use facts in order to like get through to. It's like, look, this guy has proven that he's not gonna fucking listen to anything you say. Like, so what are you doing? And it doesn't fucking matter. It just falls on deaf ears.
Deaf, flabby, orange ears.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thankful.
He's trying like a passive-aggressive cuckoldry thing. Well, Russia doesn't have manpower. They're going into their prisons. How did Prigozhin do? That fucking mercenary who turned on Putin and charged to Moscow to attempt to kill him.
Thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine? Did you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems? bringing people into your military?
We have
And
problems.
do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
Please, do not speak with so much balls in mouth. Empty balls out first, then speak. We can have conversation with no ball in mouth.
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know that.
bless.
You don't know when the aliens will arrive. I don't even know. My top scientists don't know when the aliens will arrive. But you know, when they do, I'll make a deal with them. I'll give them Alaska or something. No one likes that.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're
Elvis'
going to
first
feel.
wife.
We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a
Mr.
good
allowed
position.
yourself to be
You
invaded.
don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't
I-
have
I-
cards.
I
feel inclined. I have
back it up a little bit here, folks. This is important stuff he's
I
saying.
have to
This
point this out.
is gonna
Like,
be
Ukraine didn't put itself in this position. America put Ukraine in this fucking position because we were a very instrumental part of the reason that they fucking got rid of all the nuclear weapons that could have prevented this in the first place. So we
They
signed a
didn't want to
treaty
get rid of the
promising
nukes
to
after
fucking
the
help
Cold
them.
War. They were like, we'll get invaded by Russia if we get rid of these nukes.
So the nuance here is that they were in a spot where they didn't really have the resources to properly maintain the nukes, but at the same time, for exactly what you were saying, they don't really want to get rid of them either, because as soon as they do, then obviously Russia is just going to come and take it. So like the United States helped to broker a treaty so that promising that we would fucking aid them in exchange for we would keep them safe if they give up the nuclear weapons, so that this didn't happen, and then the nukes were going to be looked after and safely maintained by other countries. So
Notice
now
how we never
here we
did
are
that with
and
Israel.
here we are. It's like, okay, we're showing the world, it's like, oh well, any fucking agreement the United States ever makes with any other country is completely fucking meaningless, because we're not going to do it if it feels inconvenient to us.
Yeah.
So now we've just told every other country in the world, the only way you're going to be safe from everyone else is if you develop nuclear weapons. This is nuclear proliferation, and this is going to drastically increase the chance of a fucking nuclear armed conflict at some point in our lifetime.
When Honduras
the
gets nukes, then the world will be at peace.
It is the most dumb, fucking, like, idiotic, like I don't have the words to describe this. Like, what kind of brain trust comes up with this foreign policy? This is stupid. Beyond words.
Mr. President,
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III.
That way.
And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's
with all
backed
respect to
you
your
far
answer.
more than a lot of people said they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the
You said
opposition
thank
in
you
October.
once. You should
Offer
be glad
some
he
words
hasn't
of
already
appreciation
talked
for the United States of America. And
objection is what everybody's talking about. He says you didn't say thank you once. Then he says that he campaigned for the opposition, meaning Joe Biden.
Like, he should be fucking,
Meaning
like,
he
glad
came
that
to America before and spoke to Joe Biden. And he's like, the opposition, the other party is the opposition. So he isn't, because when he came to America, he spoke to Joe Biden. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You should be glad he's not telling him "fuck you" to his face. Like,
This doesn't happen in any other country.
no.
Where they're like, well, you spoke to the previous president, you dick.
This has never happened
Nobody
in
does
America up to now either. I mean, like, you guys have always had a two-party system that didn't really like each other, but everyone's just there like, well, if anything, they want to be like, we know you made a deal with the last guy, But how about we have a better deal with us rather than you talk to them and not when they were here. That was icky of you. We don't like you now. You gotta try really hard to gain our trust back, which is better, even though we're giving you less. Like, fuck's sake.
The president who's saying, have you? Yeah, back it up just a little bit to hear that objection. Have you said sorry or not sorry?
They should have. Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
Yeah.
God, it's so childish.
But they are. They don't need to act like adults anymore, because as you said, this is the thing. Everything's connected if you give it long enough time. What you were saying earlier about everyone's being isolated and being online for too much, this is how people online act. And it's now interfered with the highest echelons of society. But the difference is, you can't run a stable society like a Discord. Because Discords aren't stable. How many of them fall apart? How many fucking Reddits fall apart?
You didn't say you're sorry. You're banned, and
You're
this whole
perma-banned.
conversation goes away like a one of those voice chats go in a server where nobody likes each other, and they get in the server, they get the voice chat. They just, we came in here to talk about the future of this thing, and then it just disintegrates, and everybody goes their separate ways. Nobody had any
talks over
consensus
each other
on
at the
anything.
exact same time, and no one's telling
And,
each other.
and so this is totally this is a game thing, because they all.
This speech will be picked apart by future historians, and I've seen a lot of people say that this is the day the American century ended. I'm kind of getting that vibe.
Yes, I've heard that so much from so many places. This is the moment, and this is the moment when all of Europe reacted at the same time and was like, "Okay, fuck America, Zelensky, you can count on us, I guess." Right?
Yeah.
This is the moment when for the last I don't know how many decades we are now aligned with Russia.
NATO looks like it's fucked. Just when it needs to be used again, because its whole purpose was that it was to fight off against Russia. Well, Russia's coming back, and this time it's also been proven that Russia can easily be defeated if we just put a little bit of effort in. Look how many dead Russians there are right now. Look how struggling the Russian economy is. So if Europe, my backyard, just put a little bit of effort into sending a few fucking armored divisions in there, we would be having ticker tape parades in Red Square. We'd be taking Lenin's mummified corpse to Euro Disney, so people can pose next to it.
We may find ourselves in a position, takes a stand against Russia and does that for us, where they go into Russia in their weakened state and they take out Putin. Something we wouldn't do, we refuse to do. We've been secretly aligned with Russia for a very long. We've been allowing our billionaires to become almost trillionaires, right? Elon Musk is pursuing his ambition of being the world's first trillionaire, right?
He does inflate a lot of his own prices, but
he's going to get slapped. He's going to get slapped down by our legal system. He's pushing it a little too far as securities and stuff like that.
Doge.
That is not the Doge. What the Doge is doing, he may be. He's overstepping himself quite a bit.
No, in this entire meeting, you said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please. You think that
trying to save
if
your
you will
country
speak
for
very loudly
Russia,
about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of
Say I know that,
we are
though.
staying in our.
He may win this. I may win this, motherfucker. Go ahead and back off. Go ahead and back off. This he has called his bluff. He's like, yeah,
Like
we could
watch the when Zelensky's chatting with Starmer like the next day in London, and it's how one of these meetings actually happen. Starmer, they're like professional and like helpful towards each other.
I mean, no, but we okay, pause real quick. We have to finish the truth thing because the next thing, JD. Well, no, that already happened. Okay, it never really happened. Somebody off camera asked Zelensky about his suit. Why aren't you wearing a suit?
Why aren't you wearing a suit?
I'm very serious.
You're gambling with
Investigation for the United States of America and the president
coming out okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone. We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military. If you didn't...
Old military equipment that was gathering dust, and it actually cost them less to ship it over there than constantly maintaining it. Like you guys were grateful to move all these tanks from like the first Gulf War out there, and your decades-old tech is destroying Russia's latest armored vehicles. So, like, if you guys had actually put like an expedition force of quote-unquote volunteers, kind of like, you know, the Spanish Civil War, or the war in Finland, where they weren't actually volunteers but actual members of the military that just went rogue for a bit, you guys could end up like really fucking shit up. Like, Russian troops would just run away from you. Because you did it in Syria not too long ago, before all this started.
Was I sounding crappy? Was my audio coming in bad?
A little shot. You'd be cut off from here and there, yeah.
I was saying they were mocking. He wasn't wearing a suit. You know why he's wearing black?
Mourning.
All of the dead people in
have our military equipment.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very...
Vance who points out that he doesn't have a suit.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying.
And it was when they were answering questions from the media. I think it was a guy from like OAN or Newsmax or something. One of those Trump things. He's like, why aren't you wearing a suit?
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now?
That's a real fucking question that matters. Like, you can't just hand wave that away.
But all he does is wave his hands all the time.
He just did. He just hand waved that away. Like,
look,
what
he's
if they
mid jazz hands at this pause? Like, he's just whatever. God,
but yeah,
always plays an accordion, doesn't he?
Only source. That's the source of the whole thing. There is nothing in this agreement if he breaks the ceasefire.
Okay. What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden.
Is no agreement. It's not an agreement.
How do you think he'll deal? How do you think he'll deal when Putin breaks the agreement?
Like, why do you think we're here in the first place? Because they didn't follow the original fucking agreement. Like, what makes you think they're going to do it? Oh, it'll be okay this time, guys. Trust me. What?
Putin was in a bad place. He might now win this war. Unless Europe really does get its action.
That's what I'm saying, guys. If we have been half-assed supporting Ukraine since the invasion.
And they were still kicking their ass, and now you're not going to half-ass anything anymore. They're going to lose.
Right. Yeah.
Unless
now
we step in.
Now it's on. Now it's. But like you say, Putin has exhausted his manpower. He's going to the prisons, and what that's that when we're seeing what happens there, nothing. It's
Biden didn't respect it.
He also refutes. We said that our cities are destroyed. You said our cities are destroyed. Our cities are not destroyed, right?
They're being damaged. There is, but I could get on a plane right now and go to Kyiv. I don't know how How I don't know how much it would be or how safe it would be, but yeah, no,
But this is over. This is over. He's looking around. He's looking for his people. He's like, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That face, he's done. He is done here.
That
He's
must have
done.
been a
We're
very
done with
fun
that, 'cause-
flight between that and this.
Oh yeah. Meanwhile, the UK's over here, like, you need a foot massage or something. Literally anything we can do to help. Like,
and you know, optically, this is great.
Well, let me just say,
fantastic.
that
Everybody
you're
in
very,
the
very
country looks
welcome
great.
here in
They're
Downing
so
Street.
happy that they're doing this.
And
you know,
as you heard
Mm-hmm.
from the cheers on the street outside,
Yeah, they're
you have full backing across the
especially
United
after
Kingdom.
this, much like what happened with
and
Canada, like the way Trump has just been acting is pissing so many people off that they just are like, they're like, yeah, no, fuck this guy, yeah, fuck this guy, this guy.
You know what's really happening, though? We've just proven to all of our allies they can't trust us, and so now everybody else has incentive to actually like further militarize themselves to like.
Yeah, Red was saying Australia was getting
the tariffs were already warning them. The tariffs were saying it, and they're already making. They're already going to stop importing stuff to America. It's not worth it to them. Canada's starting a coalition to export their shit elsewhere.
And I hope you heard some of that cheering in the street. That is the people of the United Kingdom coming out to demonstrate how much they support you, how much they support Ukraine, and our absolute determination to stand with you, unwavering determination, and to achieve what we both want to achieve, which is a lasting peace for Ukraine based on sovereignty and security for Ukraine. So important for Ukraine, so important for Europe, and so important for the United Kingdom. So I'm much looking forward to our discussions here this afternoon. Thank you very much for making the time to come.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Well, see, now, hold on. You're right there. Just the look on his face is warming, right? He's like, isn't that?
I think you should avoid America and just go straight up to Canada next time when he's doing the circle. And like, Trudeau. Oh, hell, this whole thing has galvanized the Liberal Party over there in Canada, where it was kind of struggling for a bit, wasn't it? There, Crendar.
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah,
what was
the whole
that?
Trump thing has really helped the current ruling party there, hasn't it? Because now
I don't know. I don't pay attention to our politics here.
Well, I know your conservative leader was trying to be Trump Jr., and now he's kind of rushing around going like, no, actually, I've always hated Trump. You know, when people have like compilations of him using the exact same words.
I'll tell you that it's definitely Trump has definitely helped Canadians buy Canadian products more often.
Good. You know,
Wow,
I always say buy American. Well, fuck that. Buy.
Well, I heard that there was a recent poll where before the numbers were very, very low, maybe like 6 or 5%, but now it's up to 27% of Canadians see America as an enemy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll guarantee you. I don't know where they did that survey, but that 5 to 6% was definitely way too low to start with.
But now you agree that it's nearly a quarter, or like I think America's
definitely. It's definitely gone way up. Yeah.
Dude, I live here, and I think America's an enemy.
America has become
America is its own enemy right now. It has been for years, but more than ever.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. This is it's from Secular Talk, but let's have a look.
Sekiro, that's a great game.
Huh. It's just a link. Okay. I'm gonna be very
smart.
It's
other guys doing. And, they're doing the Nazi thing.
Open it off screen.
Yeah.
Look at all those liberals doing Nazi salutes.
Just it is X after all. You never know what you're gonna get there at X.
No, I've never heard of that. What are you talking about?
Well, see, that is only going to, but this is only going to make people on X be like, "Ooh,
Nope,
I like
it's wrong.
Stephen Colbert and Obama." Obama's way cooler now. See, the X has turned into a swastika
Look,
over
yeah,
there.
look at
Bring
this.
that
Like,
up.
the
Click on
video's
that. Click on
gone.
the
Like, it's
X
been taken
swastika.
down.
No.
Post from a
Click on the X
suspended
swastika
account.
on the lower right. On the lower right, click on that X
You can
swastika.
And
guess
then
what
there's
was this is
and
all
then there's
about.
Yeah,
then there's the Grand
swastika.
Wizard over there.
That's nice. That's what I want to see. Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
man.
yeah, we can fill in the
That's
blanks from
swastika,
what was
very
going to
nice,
happen
right?
here. Yeah. Okay. Well, on the plus side, that's the last of the Trump stuff right now. Here's something actually wholesome. This is a guy who takes the national the state tree from each state and then carves out a chunk of it in the shape of the state to make a giant mural. Well, he's doing this too.
These are chunks of oak wood that I'm tossing in with some butter here because I want to see if I can infuse this butter with a toasty, oaky flavor and then use that to make oak-flavored cookies. So after some infusing time, let's
Interesting.
remove these wood chunks and then let the butter firm up in the fridge a bit before dumping into a mixing bowl, adding sugar, whipping it up all nice and whippy, and then adding some eggs, whipping some more, and then finally some flour, salt, and baking soda. Next step is to bust out my new smoke infuser and
But
load
there's the mural back there. He's about halfway through now.
new smoke
See the state starting to form.
infuser and load it up with some freshly carved oak wood shavings and make some oak smoked sugar for coating our dough balls. And this is actually pretty neat. It added a noticeable golden tint
Say
to the
oak
sugar.
again,
And with the
motherfucker.
balls appropriately coated,
Say
these are
oak
ready to
one
bake
more
up.
goddamn
But since the
time.
cookies aren't really going to
Oak
look all that
balls.
oaky on their own,
Oaky,
let's up
that
our
counts.
presentation game by heading to the wood shop to make an oak wood
Oak.
platter. And I have just the piece of wood for this, a really cool oak burl that a viewer
Hey,
by
what
the
was
name
the
of Cameron
professor from
Scott
the
of
first,
Haltom City,
Pokemon
Texas, sent
game
my
again?
way ages ago. So sorry, friend, that it took me
I
so
don't know,
long
I
to
don't play
dig
that
into this
crap.
wood, but hopefully worth the wait because just you all wait till you see what's hiding in there. If you don't know what a burl is, they're these big knobby growths that can form on trees for a number of reasons, typically by a form of stress on the tree like a fungal infection or injury. Basically, the grain grows in an irregular way, which can create really intricate and gorgeous patterns in the wood. Now, because of that irregular grain on this really hard oak wood, it's been coming off the lathe in little tiny sharp shards, which is why I slapped tape on my hand because it was stinging like crazy. Anyway, I'm attempting to keep the unique live edge shape of the burl, so it's been staying really lopsided on the lathe, making
This
the
man is
turning a bit of a
part tree now.
challenge, but worth it when you see the texture that's hiding underneath that bark. It's just as unique as the grain that we're revealing.
So this
It's
is
just
a
so
plate
cool.
that he's
I mean,
going to put
come
an
on.
oak
I just love
pancake.
oak burl,
No,
that
oak
swirly,
cookies.
curly
Muffin?
grain. Looks like pasta noodles or something Van Gogh would have painted. Nature
Cookies
is
that
just
taste
always
like
giving
wood.
us amazing gifts.
That is kinda cool,
I'm
actually.
really happy with how this display platter turned out. A
No.
huge thanks to Cameron for
Intentionally
sending me that piece
making
of wood.
cookies that
So
taste
let's
like
load
wood.
it up with those cookies and
Yep.
see how they taste.
Yeah, I don't know.
One might say it tastes like an old wooden ship.
Oak. Why would? I suppose though a lot of
Okay.
booze has oak.
Well, you know
cast,
that's
so...
you know, you can go to that trouble if you want cookies that taste like wood, or you could just go to Dollar Tree.
And get cheaper cookies that taste like wood.
You can find much cheaper cookies that taste like wood. Yes.
Oh,
This is the American secret national
Probably true.
dish.
Oh my
This
God!
is
What
chick
is that?
beef
Is that
on
some
toast.
beef made of
What?
wood?
beef on toast.
What?
I think he
What
just
is it?
chipped his tooth on it.
It's an American staple that
There
they
we go.
I
can't
know
get
this. I know
enough
that butter.
of.
That's
But
good
for
butter.
some
That's Irish butter,
I
is
can
what
get that.
that is.
reason,
that butter
the Yanks
at
coat
Aldi.
and seethe when reminded
Here in the
what is
States.
secretly their national dish. A lot
I
of
get
Americans
that.
will insist that they've never heard or even
Pretty much
tried
everywhere.
chick
Well,
beef.
Aldi's right
It
around
is.
the corner.
I love
Aldi
Aldi
is
and
the
Lidl.
neighborhood. Yeah, Aldi is. Yeah, it's nearby. I can get that. I do get that butter in the foil wrap.
Yeah, it's
I've-
some of the best butter you can get.
The butter we have here in the States, like you can get the Walmart brand butter. It's cheaper, but it has a soapy taste.
Great
think
value. Are you talking about that stuff?
Yep.
Yeah. Remember, I did
Great
live in the
value.
States for a good chunk of, so I have done everything but have to deal with driving because I can't drive. But I have been in a passenger seat and I have seen chaos. Do not drive with anyone from Nebraska or Iowa. They drive like psychopaths.
And that it's a depression food for from the 1930s. But I've been to the States, and
I've
this
never heard
is
of
on
chipped beef
every
before.
single menu in any restaurant you go to across the entire country. If you're British like me with a sophisticated palate and a tongue that hasn't been burnt by preservatives and chemicals your whole life, you might turn your nose up at this. But that would be too harsh on our poor friends across the pond. They're ashamed to secretly salivate over this beefy slop. You should embrace this. America just needs a little bit of seasoning. This is the
In all fairness, I've heard of chipped beef, but it does sound like something that you'd get in like the Depression. Like it does.
Well, that's what he just said, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen it on a menu though.
No, it's just something people make at home. Here in America, we have, in the South, they have a thing where they put peanut butter and mayonnaise on bread.
Ew.
They put a mayonnaise in. Yeah.
What a horrible mixture.
It's not something they put on a restaurant menu. Would never put on a restaurant menu. It's something you make at home. People, yeah, you know
like
what I'm
a
saying?
chip buddy.
Yeah.
I think this
Man
is
turned his brain into glass.
Mount Vesuvius eruption turns a man's brain into glass. Yep, and it's pretty fucking dope
Uh.
looking. It turns out the eruption is certain as glass only recorded such phenomenon. No answer to why and how it happened. This they say that vitrification, transformation of glass in its victim's brain, was the apparent effect of scorching ash cloud that suddenly descended. Yeah, because like if you've ever seen like getting about Herculaneum and Pompeii, they got when they got nuked, they all got like just turned into just ash, pyrotechnic cloud. Subsequent rapid cooling, glass formed as a result of process allowing preservation of biological brain material and its microstructures. I was just thinking, like, imagine if you got this and you turned it into a bong and then you smoked out of it. Would you learn all that person's secrets?
Yes. That's how that
science
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
It is. It's
That's how scientists pass down information to each other.
I thought that they urinated and then like the younger like interns had to drink from the older like professors. And
Well, they have to drink out of the brain bong.
yeah.
You fill the brain bong with urine.
With scientists.
Yeah,
urine,
instead of water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's literally Poindextrose coming out of them. Nice.
Oh.
By the way, that is probably the most expensive glass in the world just because it's so unique and impossible to recreate. Like that is.
Yeah, where do they have that now?
Well, it'd probably be in some museum somewhere in Italy. The only other type of organic glass we have evidence produces some rare cases of vitrification of wood. Once again, in Herculaneum and Pompeii. No other case in the world of vitrified organic human or animal remains ever been found.
Oh, funny note on Pompeii in Civilization 7, by the way. If you're playing Rome, one of your cities, when you found a new city, it could end up being named Pompeii, which is just kind of funny. It's like, it's not even near a volcano.
I will not. All right, here's the thing. I will not accept that this is a highly dangerous road. This is from the year I was born.
Latest section of safety barrier stretches 4.5 miles south from Peterlee. It should make this section of the notorious A19 a safer road. Indeed, the Department of Transport insists the dual carriageway is...
those boxy motherfuckers driving around. My God. Everything was so square back then and compact.
Outstandingly bad.
We're only a few years away from being, those type of cars being versus, those wide-ass soft-top cars. Everybody had convertibles.
Yeah. Obviously, no shock, but over here, they weren't quite as popular. But you did get tons of people showing up in the middle of rain, and it would be a soft top.
As far as road safety is concerned.
I will not accept that it's a highly dangerous road. The road, obviously, like other roads, gives cause.
My God, you could watch so many high-definition shows on this man's forehead.
Concern when accidents do
I was
occur.
about to say I respect this guy for not trying to cover up his balls.
But you'd need like 8 hats to cover that thing, to cover it completely.
But Mr. Davidson had barely finished speaking when this happened.
So as soon as that work is finished, the Central Reserve safety fencing will go ahead.
Eye roll.
Well, I guess I look like a complete jackass now.
Oh, yes. Well, it happens.
Yeah. Luckily, no one was hurt in the crash. It was just
We need some Benny Hill music playing.
God, love when it snowballs.
Whoa.
another example of how hazardous the A19 can be.
My goodness. Well, okay.
Oh my. I guess maybe I was talking out of my arse, wasn't I?
Like other roads, gives cause for concern when accidents do occur.
But Mr. Davidson had barely finished speaking when this happened.
So as soon as that work is finished, the Central Reserve safety fencing will go ahead.
How did that even happen, though?
Luckily, no one was hurt in the crash. It was just another example of how hazardous the A19 can be.
I don't understand why that guy went off the road suddenly, though. It looks like he just suddenly steered left for no reason.
Much safer road, guaranteed. Fewer accidents on this road.
Maybe there's a slippery spot that we can't see.
Maybe
Black
he
ice or
looked
something.
at the camera crew and then he looked back at the road like, whoa, you know.
See, it's not the road's fault. It's the if the news hadn't pointed out how dangerous it was, it would have been safe.
How many lives are you going to take, ITV? Oh, it's ITN back then. They
Officially
weren't
made the
ITV.
road much, much safer. It is so safe. There will never be another accident here. Long.
Alright, once again we got Fredo. Afterwards we'll be moving on to Ordinary Sausage and of course Daily Dose.
I genuinely don't even know what the worst part about this video is, because how do you not notice that it's splashing? Like, you don't hear it, you didn't smell it, you practically Helen Keller with COVID at this point. And then on top of that, you putting diesel in your, what? Oh yeah, you fried, fam.
I didn't even realize about the fucking diesel factor, but yeah.
I genuinely don't.
So okay, yeah. So he's, I don't know what you got over there, but over here we have 2 different pumps. And the fact is that the pump for diesel won't even fit in the hole, right? So you can't make that mistake, right? The diesel's too wide. So apparently what this guy's done is he didn't get it in the hole, and it's just started going everywhere, right? So this guy's doubly retarded. He's trying to get it in the hole by spraying it in the hole. Now, most of the time when you put the pump in the hole, you pull the thing. You don't realize how fast it's coming out, because the thing goes up. It's like gallons or like, it's like, that's a lot of gallons. That means it's coming out of there super fucking fast, guy.
We've
Right?
all seen the Zoolander scene at the petrol station.
Right.
You know, we know how this is gonna go.
Right. It does spray like that. It sprays like that because it's shooting out gallons really fast, right?
This guy, he's gotta get in his car and it won't start, and he'll be like, "Well, gee, what's the problem?" And then he's gonna notice a weird smell, and then is he gonna put 2 and 2 together then?
Is he gonna die?
We also need to watch this. Because hell yeah.
First, they're sour. Then they're sweet. Sour, sweet, gone.
What the fuck just happened?
Huevo means egg.
All right.
Ew. What the fuck?
I want to know what this is.
What?
I get what you're saying.
What?
So
Why was that followed up by an egg thing?
I don't know. I'm curious to check out this person's thing. I'd like to think at the end of every episode, it's just that woman saying a different thing in Spanish. Huevo means egg.
Huevo
And then she has a nice
means
mouthful
egg.
of salmonella.
Hey, if Rocky can become world heavyweight champion with eggs, she can die of
Salmonella, yeah.
Every Arabic kid on Cartoon Network.
What is this random slop all over the place?
This is chaos. This is visually very odd. This is for a future video. But
I don't
Matt,
think
I don't know
this
about
video
that.
looks like you might be taking other people's videos. You know what I'm saying? So chunks of
Hello,
something
everyone.
else
This is
else.
Yeah,
your
speaking of
daily
which.
dose of internet. This isn't CGI or AI. This is a real car company that is trying to make flying cars. People are so excited to buy this car
Finally.
that this company has already received over $1 billion in pre-sales.
It looks like bicycle tires.
it makes sense when you're 12. All right, I love.
Yeah, but those tires, those are bicycle tires. This thing probably weighs.
What if we're 12 at heart still?
Oh, when I was a kid,
that's
I
fine.
always thought by now we'd have flying cars and like robots.
Yeah.
Maybe like if not Mars bases, then at least moon like retreats. You could go on a very fancy holiday to the moon. You know,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying we are about to plateau as far as our technology.
Yep.
We're not going to get the flying cars. We're not going to get the technology.
We are getting the sex bots if you're willing
We're
to
not going
pay
to end up
50
in
grand.
Star Trek. It's not going to be Star Trek. It's going to be Mad Max.
It'll be something like
Mad Max in space.
We're not even gonna get the Expanse, which fucking sucks.
Now there's an idea.
Mad Max in space. This is the fucking orcs.
Yeah. We're a bunch of retards. We don't even know how to fly the ships.
Right?
We stole the ships.
Going.
We don't even know how to do it.
Why did they open up? Over here we have.
She had to learn the hard way how buying things with money works.
Why are you crying?
I want to eat my money.
But do you want to buy the book? Do you want to buy the book? Okay.
Come back.
No, your money's not going to come back. It's gone forever. You spent it.
He was trying to do donuts.
The first you just hear like the International start playing and like slowly everything goes into the red flag. She becomes a communist right there.
I think I know that kid. That looks like my friend's kid.
Oh, this guy! Look at this. This guy does a really awesome stuff. Oh, he's awesome.
I feel like this carnival
Great. Good job. That was a really
Nice.
awesome guy.
Airports don't pay those guys
Nailed it.
for anything. Fuck them.
game was poorly planned
Now,
out.
see, this is a midget, this unfortunate midget that runs this booth. He's pissed that he just did that. Like, you fucker!
Papa, where are you going? Papa, where are you going?
The hell? Someone got jealous.
Oh, America.
Well, that's 'cause
Okay.
of all the things that you did in Vietnam, brother. Of course you're gonna go to hell.
So this video
Charlie's
wasn't
in the
about
trees,
one.
though.
Oh. This lumber company was about to cut this wood when they found an anteater inside.
He did cut the wood. He did cut the wood. The animator was like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, no, it was just
Holy
actually living
shit.
there. You know, that was my home. I was planning to nest, have some kids. But no, it's fine. I'll move. Video of my friend. Where? Oh shit.
If you couldn't find any bread at the store, this guy is the reason why.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I love bread as much as the next motherfucker, but that's some carb load right there. Someone's getting
This
some
guy, like-
cakes with their cakes.
Is this guy loading up for the rest of the year or something? Like, how's he going to stop it all from getting moldy?
I guarantee this guy. Like, no. Look at this guy. He owns a sandwich shop. This is a local restaurant guy. He has run out of bread.
Local
This is-
entrepreneur.
he's
Like,
gonna
that
go
must be
broke.
a very successful
He's gonna go
sandwich
broke
place.
buying them like this, but his local wholesaler. This is His local wholesaler is a Canadian wholesaler, and he can't get it from Canada. It's actually now cheaper to just go over to the grocery store and get it than to get it from the Canadian wholesaler. This is what it looks like.
These people decided to
He's
have
gonna
a
sell this out within a
motorcycle-themed
week.
wedding.
Oh.
I have so many questions about this video.
Always good to put people who don't know how to rap. Oh, this is a thing here. This is just okay. This is the future. He's like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm telling you, this is the future. There were going to be candles, but the kid's like, no, take the candles away. He's like, well, you got to blow out something. I'll just blow that out because this is how birthdays are going to be from now on. We're not singing happy birthday. Nobody likes to be sung happy birthday to, right?
He saw that this cat was about
That's what you get to put your face in your own cake. It's
to
now
fall from
something
this building.
you get to do.
Yeah.
Okay. It used to be something people would be pranked. Now,
Oh.
now you get to do that. You get to do that. Now this, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening here. This is AI. This has got to be
Coordination is happening here.
This is a murmuration of humans. Okay. This has also got to be AI. There's AI.
This cat thought that this guy was his mom.
This is also AI.
I have no idea why they didn't decide to just keep driving over the tracks.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Just
I
keep
love how
going.
much of this you've
Just
already
keep going.
pre-seen there,
Just keep going. What are you
Teddy.
doing? What are you doing?
The worst
my God,
possible
what are you
place
doing?
to be.
Let me just.
Back up.
Where do
They
you
hit
go,
the fucking
motherfucker?
thing. They get out. What do they do? They have
No,
to get out.
don't blur them.
And they're like, oh my God.
Oh, here we go.
I feel like this person is trying to commit some sort of fucking fraud and getting their car destroyed.
Maybe.
I don't know. That was the most ridiculous thing.
Oh.
Oh. Why are you playing Tennis in the Rain and recording it? Why were you doing that?
Damn.
Damn, bouncy cat.
Oh!
He's got moves.
Oh, this is great. I love this one. This is amazing.
Oh.
That is
I
amazing.
think we found out who the main character is.
Again. Let's watch that several times. Because that is amazing.
Kitty.
Oh my God.
Is that a mullet I see there on the left?
Oh!
This is definitely mullet energy.
I think we found out who the main character is.
It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
Aw.
Small friend.
Friend shape.
Oh, you're not gonna get me.
Oh.
Poor little guy forgot that he doesn't have a leg anymore.
Aw.
She really thought she
Like a
caught a big
scratch
one.
ear.
It's so huge fishing. God, I
This poor guy is trying to set up a maze.
Domino.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's too late, friend. It's too late. Oh. And the
Everyone
final
at this
delayed
festival
one.
stopped to see if she would make it down this muddy hill.
Everyone is watching her. Yeah, everyone. This is the great because everyone had this
I want to offer
Okay,
some
we're ready.
advice quick. Look, if you're gonna set up a maze in the floor, maybe you want to start by like using some electrical tape or something to outline where it's gonna be. So that way you know where everything goes before you start setting it up. That might make your life a little.
That's
easier.
crazy.
Yeah.
Prior effort. That sounds wrong.
Holy mackerel!
These super weird clouds were spotted in Finland.
Ooh,
Oh,
trippy.
It's Finland. They do all sorts of weird stuff.
Is this what LSD is like?
Yes,
That's not
kinda.
that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
I had no idea that making cotton candy could be this crazy.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing. I want to be that guy.
Guy is cotton candy now.
I want to be
It
that
wouldn't be
guy.
that hard to clean either. You just get the hose and it'll just vanish the second it touches the water.
Yep.
It's true. Or when a raccoon tries to wash it.
There's a bear in the fucking front yard.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm getting really. Oh yeah, I can see
right
the
by
bear
the
there.
tree.
Yeah. Bear friend. Hey, bear friend. It's bear friend. Bear friend.
Finally, some smart reactions from people.
Except for Teddy, he's one of the good ones. Okay.
Hashtag
How is
not
it
all
possible to be
bears.
this bad at throwing a frisbee?
Damn right.
So I guess
Oh.
Out.
toast trick shots are a thing.
Okay.
This guy is famous for dressing up
Short
as a
toasting
camera,
half of the
going to
bread.
events, and taking pictures of
I've seen
everyone.
this guy. Yeah. Isn't that cute? And turn it around. Look at this guy again. Now, he's basically taking pictures of people.
There's a Chris in China that's famous for looking like a sleeping dog.
Alright, I guess I can see it.
Oh yeah, eyes.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Eh, barely.
Sure, why not?
Eh.
Someone got a kite for their boat to stop birds from landing on it.
Yeah. He's got a bird scarer. It's a kite that flies on
Oh.
its own. Hasn't stopped the birds from all over his boat,
Totally
though.
works.
Yeah. Getting some tail.
Her spidey senses were tingling.
That doubt face.
She gave him a mirror to see how he would react.
Same face Trump gave earlier.
That dude's got better teeth than fucking King Cobra does.
Right?
Yeah.
Eats
This
fruit
dog
all
is-
day. Cobes hasn't even seen fruit.
Decided to invent his own game.
Except for that one time when he was very confused by it.
Oh, the peach he was paid to eat that was like 3 days old.
You know what? No, that's not true. King Cobra has eaten banana before, because didn't he put that in some of his homemade hooch?
Oh, he made it mean.
That's not. That doesn't count as eating.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. There was banana. There was some banana. Yeah.
This dog is quick.
That's a cool game.
And that's how we start World War III.
That is the end of this
Oh, that
video,
kid
or you hope
likes
you
rocket.
enjoyed. And I'll see you guys again very soon. Later.
Oh no! I almost died to my own rocket.
Alright, ordinary sausage, and then I hate to say
Ooh.
it, but I'm gonna tap out early because I am running on fumes.
Tarantula sausage.
That's all good.
Tarantula.
All good,
Tarantula.
all very good.
Okay, yes, tarantula sausage and
AI. Oh,
A1.
that's just probably A1.
You guys vote on this. I'll be back in just 1 minute.
Yeah. AI cream and tarantula sausage.
Let's see, deep fried white cow.
AI ice cream, just because I say AI ice cream, just because it's the most recent one, and because it's I'm curious. I'm like, what does that even mean? Right?
That
What
sounds
does
like it might
mean?
actually be good.
I figure it's a spider. He's got a spider.
Spider.
And, you know, King Cobra's gotten spiders, right? It's the same kind of thing. It comes in a little
Crickets
Ziploc
as well.
foil
You can
bag.
get them. You can get them. Also, scorpions. I think. Oh, what's
Get
the
'em-
name?
you can get some of them in a little tin. You can get them in a little tin, or you can get them in
Here's
like a bag. I got
here's the
a bunch
question.
of stuff sent to me. I had some
Mealworms,
alligator and some kangaroo meat,
I've had that.
right? But it was all jerky, right? Kangaroo jerky, alligator, wild.
I haven't had kangaroo, but I've had ostrich. But here's a question: if you cooked up a scorpion, do you think it would taste like lobster? It's basically just a land lobster, right?
True, but
No.
lobster just has
It's
more
not
meat
the same
to
at all.
it.
It is crawdads. Crawdads. You know
Crawdads?
Crawdad.
Crawdads.
Oh, crawdads.
Crawdads.
Yeah.
Crawdads. Crayfish. Crawdads or
Yeah.
crayfish.
We call them
Same thing.
crayfish over here.
It's a little smaller than a lobster.
Basically, also lobster. Yeah.
About the same size as a prawn, I guess.
Rowan.
It's real different. It's got a bigger head shell. It's more like a lobster, like a tiny little lobster.
He is weak like shrimp. He needs to be strong like prawn.
Yeah.
I'll do the shell.
Crawdads, I believe crawdads are
Majicus.
really closely related to crayfish. I would think, just based on their look, just based on the shape, and come on, where else do they come from?
They come from the ocean,
like
the emotions of the
ocean.
ocean.
Of course, they're related. It's but anyway,
I'll actually use this time. Next week we have on a guest, but I won't be the week after. We won't be doing a show. I will be prepping for the most holy day in Ireland's year, of course, which is St. Patrick's Day. I'll be over with Commissar Feelgood, doing shots and most likely doing the occasional squat. And then we'll be off for. I'll be over to Sligo for Paddy's Day, which will be. I don't know if I'll do a live stream because I'd be down for doing a live stream in the parade and what have you, but the Wi-Fi is gonna be so packed that it's gonna be like super slow. There's a good chance that
no. Yeah. There was just a Mardi Gras this weekend in St. Louis, and I will do some Uber, right? And it was too hot to say no to, because there was like $15 bonus for a ride, and which it's whatever the ride is plus $15.
Oh yeah,
crazy. But just the internet wasn't working. There were so many people on their cell phones. It was just jammed. The whole thing was just pointless. I had connectivity problems with my phone. It was just not worth the trouble. And I imagine the same was with anybody there trying to order an Uber, and your phone is just not working. There's just too many people there.
Yeah, maybe like cell service at best for like 5 seconds.
How is this working? How is this the way we're working now? That a event attended by a bunch of people just means this cell phone. It wasn't like that a couple of years ago, was it? You go to an event, my phone worked fine. What's going on? What is going on?
Everything's fraying at the edges. Everything is starting to decay.
Everything's breaking down. We are at peak.
Trumpity Trump.
The population at this moment bigger than
Majicus, I've given you enough time for you to return.
I'm right here.
Yeah, true.
Magic.
I'm seeing singular right now. I normally seeing double.
I broke my last ice cream maker during the anchovy ice cream.
Perfect time.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's do the shilling. I'll go first. I will give you guys some more Borderlands tomorrow. Twitch. Might give you a regular show on Wednesday. Then on Thursday and Friday, Mad Max, and then this time next week, Ignar will be returning for BR. Now, Krendar, you next. What?
Me next is this is going into me later tonight with some nice cooked shrimp. You can put some shrimp in here. It's going to be delicious. Then on Friday, I'm going to be streaming Friday, Saturday from now on for a bit, I think. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to stream yet this week, but it'll be Friday.
Cool.
Surprise.
What time?
5 p.m. Eastern.
Right on. I will be streaming Fridays 10 p.m. Is that Eastern time?
No.
Central? Whatever.
I think you're on Central.
Later.
Right? Yeah.
Well until like maybe 2. It's a long stream usually.
Nice. So I'll do my stream, then I'll hand it over to you. There you go.
Yeah.
Majicus, and you want to share with the class?
Yeah, I know.
Classicus.
I stream Merfolks and Magic the Gathering.
No,
stuff.
you don't.
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah,
Why have I never heard of this?
Magic the Gathering.
It'll be either tomorrow or Tuesday, most likely. I have another stream I'm going to do with this little guy. It's the Mind Spring Merfolk. It's a new one. It just came out. It's our new Merfolk one.
Get it
drop.
closer.
It's really, yeah.
Closer.
Oh,
see the picture.
Enhance.
I can't read.
Destroy the screen. Crack the camera.
Yeah. I'd have to like mess with the focus and everything. But yeah, no.
Enhance.
So, yeah, we'll be doing more streaming with that because the card is new. Everybody likes it. It's cool. So we're going to experiment.
I cannot believe that Magic is still happening. Yeah. After all these years, new cards are being introduced, new stuffs.
The hardest part to believe is that now most of the 50% or more of all the cards that get added to Magic the Gathering are not even like Magic IP anymore. They're just other stuff.
Yeah, there's so many other IPs being put in there. Actually, speaking of new cards being added.
Like this year, we're getting Spider-Man, Final Fantasy.
I'm glad you mentioned Spider-Man because I have a question about you. I have a question about Marvel Snap real quick.
SpongeBob
Spider-Man Magic cards.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Magic cards? Or are they like you can now summon Spider-Man on the battlefield?
Yes.
Or
yes,
like
literally
you have
yes.
web shooters?
Yes.
No, I can one up this.
Okay, all right.
I can one up this.
Mana is like New York or something? What are we talking about?
The lands they'll probably be pictures of New York, most likely.
New York is obviously a dual land black-red.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing like I'm going to tap a couple docks, and then I'm going to tap also some Coney Islands.
No, seriously, I can one up this, guys. Marvel Snap has added Uncle Ben as a card.
Of course.
And when Uncle Ben dies, it summons Spider-Man.
Yep.
I'm not even kidding. This is a real thing.
Well, a real thing that's happening this year. SpongeBob SquarePants is coming to Magic the Gathering too, because they're just going ridiculous.
And every card is summoned by blue mana.
I don't have the words
it's gotta
to
be,
describe my
right?
feelings in this. I am very disappointed that Magic is going this way, but
it's so weird. It's so weird.
No. Magicus, this is a whole new era.
There's so much of this that exists
foundation.
already.
You've already got the following, and they're already a little weird, and they're already game for this wacky kind of stuff. You got to try it out, even if it's stupid. Well, here we go. We're playing some SpongeBob Magic with
there's a
what is this? What is
there's a lot of problems that come along with it, though. One of them being that every time you do one of these sets, that they're more expensive because they have to pay for the IP license. Right? And it's also a lot harder to reprint any of the cards in the future because the IP licensing that comes with it. So it makes the game less accessible to new people coming in and doing it, and you can't ever go back and say, oh, well, this card is really sought after and desired, and people want it. We can't just reprint it whenever the fuck you want. So, and then there's also the weirdness of I'm gonna summon Rick from The Walking Dead, and he's gonna attack with the Fortnite Battle Bus, and I'm gonna block with SpongeBob, which is going to be a legitimate state of play for Magic the Gathering as of this year.
You just described
obviously.
That's all you did. You just described
so
Space
you
Jam.
so you're saying that even in the world of Magic the Gathering, this is the year where it all falls apart.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh,
Obviously, you have to admit though. You have to admit, SpongeBob has to go into your Merfolk deck.
Go down in history. They're going to be studying this for decades and decades, hundreds of years ago. What happened to the 20s?
The sad thing is, the SpongeBob card might actually have to go in my Merfolk deck. I don't know yet, and I don't want it to.
Also, Lev, if you will, I gave you a little something to share with the class.
All right, but we're moving on after this because I'm ready to call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What are we doing here? We're making AI ice cream. Well, how's the AI work? How is it AI ice cream?
It's not.
It's not AI. It's A1 steak sauce ice cream.
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah,
No, it's not.
yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
I thought it was AI ice cream.
No. We're
I
doing
did.
steak sauce ice cream.
I did at first too, but then I realized it's the steak sauce. But that sounds like fun too.
Oh God!
Here we go, Uncle Ben.
It's basically like Mark's like, it's worse. It's worse. It's worse than Worcester. We're I can't say Worcestershire.
Worcester.
But it's worse than whatever that stuff is.
It's Worcestershire. You have to enunciate it very
Yes,
clearly.
that won't cause
Worcester.
aneurysms in like half the people who hear that.
That's the point.
Episode, I mentioned it to the Batmans, and the very next day they bought me a brand new one. I know I should feel a little guilty for all the stuff they sent me, but for
Like a
some
rooster.
reason, I don't. A cup of milk.
Okay.
Oh,
milk.
Good job.
2 cups of heavy whipping cream. And a gentleman's amount of A1. All right, we're going whole bottle.
Oh my God!
It's starting to
So
congeal.
there's no vanilla.
It's congealing nicely there,
Whoa. Okay, hold on. No.
It's gonna congeal.
No. Did he add sugar?
No.
I didn't see any. No.
No
cream,
sugar, no
milk.
spice, no everything nice.
It's just A1 steak sauce and cream and milk.
No sugar. That's one of the big things. Is when it's just milk. Well, first you whip the milk with sugar. He whipped it with A1 steak sauce.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a bit of sweetness.
It's going
to be delicious.
I
It probably is
the end of the road on this one.
Well, that's about the right. It looks like ice cream.
All right, here we go.
It technically is.
It's not palatable. I'm getting expired mayonnaise vibes from this. It tastes like potato milk. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give the A1 ice cream a 1 out of 5.
Here's the question though. What if he had put in proper amount? What if guys?
It's not palatable.
What if he had remembered to, guys? What if he had put in the sugar? Would it have been good then?
It might have.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes.
An American must always embrace sugar.
If
If there was sugar, they would be on board.
No. When you make it, you add a good amount of vanilla. Instead of vanilla, the amount of vanilla you would add, it was A1, not a whole bottle of A1, just the amount of vanilla you would add with the same amount of sugar, a little bit of salt.
Well, how about we see how nature
You gotta
intended us
put a
to
little
eat
bit of salt
spiders.
in there.
I gotta be honest. This is already like I am not.
Folks, and
Imagine you worked in the factory that
I
packaged
voted
up the
against it.
tarantulas.
I voted for I still voted for what I thought was AI ice cream.
Now we've got tarantula sausage, which at least is being
I
honest
would
to us.
rather eat the A1. I
No,
want to
I
eat the
did
A1
say
ice cream
no.
over this.
When I put the tarantulas in the bag, they were still alive then.
I will
Welcome
take
back.
A1 ice cream over tarantula sausage.
I
any
guess.
day.
What about tarantula ice cream?
No colors or
No.
preservatives. Boiled and dehydrated, not fried.
No MSG.
No MSG. Wow, this is from Asia. I wouldn't have guessed.
This might be the one time where you do want excessive MSG in this.
Bagels contains 1 oxygen absorber. Allergy advice. Crustaceans. Best before 2026. It lasts a long time. The ingredients is the tarantula and salt. Probably to preserve it.
What's holding the bag up? It's an apple! And we have another Batman's donation. This one feels different, though.
How many bags did he receive?
I think they're
I don't
getting
want to
jealous.
know.
And we're just
I don't want to see
It's
it
a
open.
Moment of truth.
double bagger.
I don't want to. I don't want to see
Holy!
Oh, it's just
I
one
thought
big
it'd be all
boy.
diced up or something. It's just one
This is
old
horrific.
spider.
Why would you expect them to be diced up?
I don't know.
I don't
How
want
You-
to watch.
fancy?
Wishful thinking.
Yes.
Wishful thinking.
Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one. Get it out of my house!
Yeah, I'm
Get out
with
of the
Mrs.
house in about
Sausage on
24
this.
hours on a poop submarine.
I opened the bag and it
Oh,
suddenly
they-
moved.
A bit fell out. A bit.
No, stop. This is torture.
Oh God. This is
It's the sau-
unpleasant.
It's the sausage gauntlet.
I voted against this.
That's the
I voted
that's a
against this.
spider piece.
Damn you, Bladder, for needing
That's-
to go pee during the voting round for this.
Yeah, you missed out. We're all going to hell together, man.
I voted against this. I didn't want to.
That's the spider water.
How's the legs? Oh, she walked out. That's a confirmed Mrs. Sausage walkout. You see what you've done? You're tearing this family apart. Oh, more legs are shimmering out of there.
No, I don't.
Just work with me. I'll say this. It doesn't look like what's on the bag. Is anyone remotely even still watching this? Sweet child of mine.
No, I don't want to watch this.
Never
This is
had
horrific.
so many legs. I don't think they know this when they sent it, but I have severe arachnophobia. I've been suffering through a minor panic attack. All right, Mr. Sausage, you can do this. Think about all your years of training.
No. I would never be able to use this
Oh, the
sausage maker again.
crunch. The crunch.
Yep.
Oh, it's not coming out. Slow and steady wins the race on this one. It's okay. We'll
Every
just flush
single
it out.
sausage he makes for the rest of all time is going to have bits of tarantula.
I see
Even
flecks of
even the
black in
grinder
there
doesn't
that
want to do it.
Really, this is the best case scenario that could have happened. That tarantula is very well mixed in there. So we'll just hit it with a pinch of salt and a poop of pepper. And I forgot to re-up on my hog casing order. So today we're going to be using sheep's casing. It's a whole lot thinner, but the principle remains basically the same. Oh God, I really don't think that's the freeze-dried tarantula water. And Thringle, tingle, pingle, let's sausage.
Magicus, you didn't do the sausage dance.
Which
Nope,
special
not this
thanks to
time.
today's Smartbox Lowbox artist? This guy! There they all are! The four horsemen of the Sasocalypse! The point is, the video's now not going to get any views. So thanks for that. Thanks for your faith in the channel. This Will It Blow is brought to you by Sausage. On your first ball!
I had it right for
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are right.
This is
Fucked
pretty
it
much
up.
a video
I'm
where I would
tired
rather
and
watch
good
the
looking.
sponsorship.
Don't hold it against me.
I would rather watch the sponsorship than the beginning of this video.
Ooh, it's minty. Not bad. We got it
I wasn't expecting to say that.
all on there. No spread edge of any kind
Well,
whatsoever.
of course,
Perhaps a fifth member
makes-
is
hold
able to
on.
join. So
It makes sense that this one's stuck to the wall really well because it's made of spider.
Spiders.
I'm gonna have to give that Will It Blow 3
Why do I open my mouth?
buffaloes. Okay, here we
lot of
go.
Splash. Splash, splash,
Oh my
splash.
God!
Oh my God.
Oh, what the heck? The tarantula's coming back with the
It's
vengeance.
angry.
It won't stop popping. It just keeps going. It's like raining oil in here. And we almost caused a fire. This doesn't smell anything like a normal sausage. It smells like contempt. It's sticking to the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and call this done. Well, all right. Let's open it up and see
nothing
how
about
we
this
did.
is all right.
It looks mostly
But it's
normal.
delicious though.
Oh, and he puts
Here
in the
we
poppy
go.
seed bun. The poppy seed bun will help.
I just put a spider in my mouth. That's gonna be a no thanks from me. That's gonna be a never again kind of a sausage. It's not so much that it tastes like iodine. It's more so the bits of spider getting stuck in my teeth. It's like sand. I think I'm gonna need to talk to a
-3 out of
therapist after
5.
this one. I'm gonna have to give this sausage here a 0 out of 5.
No, this
spider
one
died
deserves
for
a
nothing.
negative number.
Magicus is gonna have nightmares now.
I'm the one going to bed.
I really
straight away.
might.
The poppy seed bun.
This is going to
the
be
poppy
so
seed bun,
weird to
too.
lazily flirt with girls
Yeah.
on dating websites after this, because I'm going to be still thinking of the spider.
Spider girls, hey.
Ooh, multiple
Well,
legs.
look on
But
the
here's
bright life
here's
is
the real
all uphill from this point.
AI ice. I
This
thought it
is
was
the worst.
AI.
This right
He's still
now
on
is the
about the
worst
AI
thing that you will
ice
have
cream.
experienced
Yeah.
all year.
Here's the secret about that video, though. That wasn't poppy seeds on those buns.
And there better not be a big freaking
Yeah.
unbound tarantula in there. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Lord.
Oh, wow.
Can we find a better sausage to end with? Because I need.
I don't know how we could possibly top that one.
True. Okay.
That was a
That
sausage for the ages.
That has caused me a lot of psychic damage. Okay.
It was very
I was
effective.
half expecting it to turn out to
We
be a
need
surprise
palate
banger.
cleanser. We need a palate cleanser of something. We need some kind of
You know what?
palate.
Yeah, we can't go with just that.
You can play an old favorite.
When the work fake wears off.
What do you think?
Oh, it's like Christmas in a cup.
It really is.
I'm all about it. Happy holidays, everyone. It's disgusting.
What do you think?
There.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah, that's that. Except you didn't pretend it was nice from the beginning. You were like, "That was
No.
disgusting," and you're rightly so. Okay, everyone.
Yeah, the thing that sucks about being right all the time is you have to be right even in those circumstances.
All the time does mean all the time.
Yeah.
That sounds exhausting.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm out of here. Later, everyone. See you next week.